ye be wura ya ho ye be pa ye ho asena gumoso e ya chairman region chairman e ye woman organizer am make say many abule me ye branch woman organizer o ai I have no southwest here. Many abule pa na me gina no many abule se krodo many abule any bele soldier come on say any abule make us across the many abule me sukura na ye ya e ka me sun me de mo kura to form if is I have no southwest here ya bele ye ya deal ayi become a day at ya di become a chai et ya fu e di ma fa ye mpia ma ye ya be wura ya ho ya be pa ye ho asena gumoso e ya chairman region chairman e ye woman organizer am make us say many abule ya ni e ma nyina sa ma fa ye mpia ma ye ya fa mo ncha mo da bia me wie amba cho ye ti am any bra ba ni say our foreigners as West. Yatu Yaberie Yatu Abano MP for African and Koye Yatu and more Yatu Abane and Yabisi at your two BCC Harum. And my East 90 man kind MP for Nabano. I dare to your penny for Popina was in the PC. Makuma could do Baquira. And this was the clear Abana and ye. And now saying this among your court, the idea of Johnny Epe. Yatua ye, sir. This is about Fred of an enemy. No, I can't tell yourself, please sit in the room. And went to the young man kind of fast with Jamlano. Yantishi, Cassamame, Yaquatia. You see, easy, the Banoco, Soja Camp. Aqua de Cabanama, MP no. I knew a man, the brava, papa. We are about penny. I'm a dead Equanano. I'm a dead Manano. Me a man waff. Yara, don't ask me, General Beck. And you won't say you to know. I'm not telling any abri. My any abri. Almost on my part office. Yes, I can do for any baby to know. Yadam cried, I yes, slow. What's in some queen? Or message part office. And it's a man, brother. Some town them yet. That's a bonisia. That's an anti. Anointing. And a man, I'm a name, my any abri. The person who say, used to say. Basically, you know that I would do Soja Camp. See, I buy a kaya. And we've been penny fortune and this in penny fortune or do call Soja Camp. I'll go to Abano and be before you for Bennett. I want you to more say. I want your back. The Banya me and see, I sang Yatia, your mother pastor or your MP. Na ababontin ya wo ya said the pastor MP enti ya gira anuma na na akwasi regional chairman yes me kwato job form yeah woni ya papa baacham for wo so hobby secretary wo ho Phyllis wo ho ya sam no court lawyer no akuta asam no ya best plan say ene ya je ya ni abre e free enne Adukopum Adwara, using Pia Bontain, and Macancha baby on your visit. Tubacuno, Aquadic and Cry, Abadima MP. If you say Yatuaba, Yatuaba Debia, young Sabit, I worry. May Manana was singing in penny for on a time, my apple would afterwards. And some are air possible, and young. And it's no I'm not penny for a walk region and say, Emma, I was sick. I said, look at Yamoso. And someone at airport for an hour about 20 or 2 years. The other half was a man, Yanin. And it's no, yes, returning officer. Yes, no, every and net, airport him, Dwara. And this is a woman, yes, yeah, I can't find one. Demonstration can see a power any day, everybody's school. And you know, yes, I am penny for you. Best had your court. And my best, I better and Timmer. Yeah, Yaba. Trouble,
Osi chobo ye. Chobo ye. Alright, Ghana cream. I was for me church. But I mean, maybe you'll be a child. A chronomus some also. Osi chobo was he ye. Osi chobo was he ye. It was a new man's on a ton Montimao, on a 20 man. And I anti MP now no crown or to one near in my way, or more way. One more ton Montima party, I yes, I may have one. The MP no any nema any year one more be assuming one more hay. Now, no, una walk on to my dear cocoon, I eh? A politics with party. Almost on baton on tomorrow. I was at my mamma. I had the reason so. I translate. A baby of your Mwakaba. And then some more home. Na, and Yan Shasi or the Yan Shasi.
Tongo, yeah. Mombari nanga kasongo mbona wewe songa libala oh yeah kasongo mbona wewe mombari nanga atali ya mama yake kama naye
Neba nangi
katonda wamanyi katonda waki akawumbika embo
kasongo yeye mombali nanga kasongo yeye mombali nanga kasongo mbona wewe songa libala oh yeye kasongo mbona wewe mbona
Okay, I was a former Munina Kwaba. I had the reason so. Na you be come up. Mr. President, we appointed new ministers. Na me the full listing na bebremo. Mr. President, we appointed ministers. I just say, woman here. Na the any so interesting here. Haruna Idruswa and they all headed towards to education ministry. Anoding. I know that. Eti Haruna Idruso, we new minister oba for education. Saasona, Jifa Gamashi, one also ever call for creative arts into one to turn now almost what to my said yeah. Minister ba. Minister ba. Eti anyomtofoni nyina amunya ready. Right. Na ya chance Africa songo for no. Na sese ne de Ghana for ni bebre kasa se kasongo for ni to me se omo ni to me. Awurade. Amanfo say kasongo for ni frau say omo yi oral team omo frau enko because they don't have any legal mandate to call people and I said to do any investigations. Sanity. Amanfo say sa oral team no okujeto ablakwa Kofi Buache papa ba kwi just say was how team no ankasa no woman so no more problem. If that woman ni any legal mandate emra bia mo ho ban no mo che say wo illegal kuo no mate na ankasa kura it amounts illegality. Ai amanfo adwalai. If that say wo say obi afa bibi na obekọ akwaje a ye wo appropriate quarters a obetumi akọ ode yentie be man net ehwe say ase ye wo a dictatorship oman bi mu ba wonu say the funny thing is say opani say wo ye ni bibi say sia so obeka say ode mra no ebetwe manso but o kasa obi a wo power was ono onfa emra bia ho but say nipa yi ense obi mfa mra nya adwuma wo de yentie NDC officer we.
I am on a mission to recover the state. I don't need an authority. I'm a regional organizer. I'm serving this notice through your medium.
Thank you.
Every director of state I will call retirement. I will talk language. I will use you here. Return it. One from bar. I'm coming to your house. Into your mom who said they can stop me. I'm serving this notice.
Very well.
I am moving like a hawk. Every director of any public institution out of Land Cruiser on auction at 15,000, 7,000, 8,000, 20,000. Alpha 7 Yanofo. Missy Fabra before the next 72 hours. Because I know all of your location. And I'm coming there with my team.
Very well.
Don't try it.
Very well,
You can run to Ashimo and be ranting.
Okay.
And you will see who is the man in this country. Thank you.
Right. Enti opening say wa talk bia no officer car no what on fofu bia no obeba ofie. But asem says as like pokumichi apa. Asem say do you need to go to Obifie whilst you are in government? Ye war state security apparatus. Ye war the military. Omono eto dia dia na ye de wo mobem. Ye war CID department. Ye war Yoko. Ye war NIB, national security, all in place. Do you need to bypass these authorities and go to Obifie say as a kura mrenim ne kura ye wo Banana Republic bi ase kura ye nipa nimu bia wo fie ntino obia wa be sori a wonsem ode no utimi ye de opebia. I mean, is it bibia boko de? Because papa say wo ye NDC regional secretary won Accra. Dia wo ken sorry akọ obi fie say wo be dey sami susu say obi aforma ni bibia fantastic. Adentina ye new state institutions no na ye fan fight asem na ye kan no ana say asem na ye kan nya no kure but I mean ye de komra mo ye bedi fonti na ye pre wo ye de na bati susu no ana because obi aforma ni bibia a good idea say we want information. You just employ the services of the police. You don't use your own mighty force. Because imagine say, and sometimes time okay say, we are coming to your house no. Na mimi tuwe na sema one will be okronfobia obo bi obokro no anadwene munye duda. Hwe, sema mi tuwe na ampasa ma wi aban car. Oso beba mi fie. Na abana mi bo tu okun a say nko hwe self defense. Me uba me bo tu okun. Enko ba bia because me know who you are. You are coming to attack me. Na ya no omo no ade omo nwene ana mi ntia so omo nwene ana. So you are coming for you with my boys. Eti imagine say me sorry na wo de mfa no say me ya aban adwuma ni na makowia wo de wo na wo kan wo. Na me bia mi gate ya na wo no boys gina gate na chi. Mi kura pump action ya wo hu. Hwe wo betimi akun mo gina gate na chi nyina. Enko ba bia wo wiase. Enko ba bia tie de me kan no. Ukra pompa sha gina wo dan so wo ku mo gina sire ni nyina no enko ba bia eno na be ma emsa sa politics wo mesu nyansa ade I mean as ye tingura bi mu ye ni mie da say I mean what is that who was police who was national security who was, I mean a proud African I me was grenadier meto say wo me tuma me amani to say nipa na joba meto atum hey me ko police at a statement they are about to attack me. I know an enko babia. And until countries na develop in America, money Europe, mono. Trespassing is serious because say individual property, uko trespassing wokua, enko babia. Enye hwe sane wiasete. Adena asa ebi mu nwene kura sa no. Ana we yesa na chesa we strong. Enye nyansasem. Me say, hwa asema odi ebuso obi onim wiase nyansa ka busa no. Say, oh, me sorry, Nanko for being invading me fear anymore. Say, yeah, but me fear. Miss me kula tu on met me akuni pa 100 na jo say me baby a me gina na me position met me akyimu nyina se enko hwe enko baby a makumu free e court na be call e court a me defend me ho because me nim intent am bo man frɛ me court bi amre me warrant. Who are you? And now baba invade me fie e dia kra na o man bi na mo yet said yes yet ngura bibi mu obi a war power. President Mahama is in charge, Commander-in-Chief of the Ghanaian Force. Why must you sit on national radio to say, if you what for car no one far ma, me name boy say, but not just say it's like a gangsters and I say Al-Qaeda phobia. Anytime make us say obi o ma target obi na say nipa no. O person ko o finish wo ma on petuo to fie ho. O de petuo. Wo ko ma e court na be court you defend yourself. E self defense. I mean, Bush, I say, I don't know. Who are these people? Hey, so, country now, so we are civilized, wrong. Oh, the upper court trespass, obi fee, obi boat work. Nano, I'm saying, Chicago, food delivery for you, DoorDash, and Uber Eats, no. Aquana, Wakophobia, Dianu. And what dear Diana, or do you know, a damn year on address, no, as one call left, as one call now, dear Sakakra. Jack. Or do her now, or do say DoorDash for the direction here, say, Mom, dear, and deliver no. And what dear, and do no bow, Pruno, say, do you knock the door. Jack, o bro, Pruno, to a dimma, ya, Wakuno. Bronina Kuno. Echo court to AS was so nimno a cron for tatano. America was a cron for a tabetatano. And it was to defend an honor. Wakun, no guy near delivery, Wakunuka, and Corre. Jack, trespassing a big issue. Anytime one would tell you, just say, Oko be guarding now, you are your least mistake or be proud. Oko be fear now, when your problem. And to dinner, Utimi, Mr. Ghana for one Monsieur Yasin Yansa, Ghana for Nubino, Monsieur, a way, a Mran Ghana Mray Universal. Some Roman a universal trespass, a universal law. Sam, me boy fear, we are coming with my boys. What the hell is that? Are they yet in Kromana? What by about Mr. Omoye say crown? As Omoha Mr. President, because Sani Mominano, a begu Mr. President, and Moise. I say, tete Mr. President. So we are coming for you. Nenipanu will tour that demoa every day. Aqua wepa
on a mission to recover the state. I don't need an authority. I'm a regional organizer. I'm serving this notice through your medium.
Thank you.
Every director of state, I will call retirement. I will talk language. I will use you return it.
T. On say a whole and as you will say, I don't need any authority. Or minus no, we run the country with authority, institutions. And it tells us a man who can, or a violent person, or a irresponsible citizen. Tio. Because you say, yeah, you are disgracing the president. Which president will allow you to do this nonsense? Oh my bear. Say, I'm coming for you. I don't need any authority. No! It is not true. The young people. Just use the system information I want to give it to the police and let the police go there with a warrant. As a woman, young kurasi, same kurasi, kuro kurasi, idea ni. Idea kura no. Say, I don't need any institution. I'm proud. And I host to I won't say Ghana no. A lot of people know I want traditional media because my colleague know me. I know them. And woman name say as a politician customer who taking inside of the no correct. SMCO coaching say, hey, excuse me, you have no that audacity. Stop it today. Stop it today. So we say Obako be fear. Now me boy say no. Information corona want give it to the police, the CID department. Tell them say go here. Me could time for intelligence waha. National security waha. Who are these people? This is sad. and mo say ya na mo just mo build a bad precedent and yamatan time. Say me authority. Oh.
I will call retirement. I will talk language. I will use you. Return it. One from bar. I'm coming to your house. Into your mom who said they can stop me. I'm serving this notice.
Very well.
I am moving like a hawk. Every director of any public institution outdoor Land Cruiser on auction at 15,000, 7,000, 8,000, 20,000. Alpha 7 Yanufo. Missy Fabra before the next 72 hours. Because I know all of your location. And I'm coming there with my team.
Very well.
Don't try it.
Very well, Mr.
You can run to Ashimo and be ranting.
Okay.
And you will see who is the man in this country.
Midasi.
Thank you.
Midasi.
Wow. My way pa ogu NDC party na nimu ase o. Ogu NDC party na nimu ase pa. But ana make say we dey the whole team no kra no say obi e ka say omo ni sa legal mandate to do that until we dey a whole COP Kofi Buachi no omo gina obi dachi e twe omo kon we dey ade o. Eti dey make say senka enipa no wotuo bi da no ho. So enipa no wotuo bi da no dey hwe so omo kotwe omo kon ahwe obi fie o dey hwe.
No, let's start breaking the wall. The first will come. Yeah. Who is the MD?
So what? That's the real land. This is not his case.
What a whole member of parliament. A whole member of parliament. MPO. Member of parliament. Your friend Okuja to Blakwa. Can you imagine this impunity? Watching the con will be fear. Now whole security intelligence Kofi Buachi no jina ho say krache. Adia ye dangerous. No jina ho wo for Kofi jina ho. Enti yani nenti ya na say dia no. A whole MP etimi twe ne kon de hwe obi fie. Enti enkrofo we mu pa he. Chese mi dwunu ho mi ntia se o. Eti imagine say me see ya me dia mu ye na me amahu na me timi fie se na wo ye se ya ka sniper me yi uti no uti ni 10 ni me yi uti no me say me yi uti na to ya to nchen me yi uti ni dia to ho efe kokoto a yesi na mukram koye sa ye dey afe na koto a hyemra se untimi nsori nko obi fie na afe no eno abaye mra eti ye ko obi fie with a police with warrant eti police no kra no just okwaje court warrant say ye pese ye enter selfie we na say property we m Otiase na a whole member of parliament wo de hwe nyabote na hwe wo de hwe video ni hwe nyabote hwe video ni.
This is not the real land. This is not his. This is not his target. This is not the main. No. That's not the last township. This is not the main. No. That's not the last township.
Wait, I see you're going to break the wall.
Right. I mean, Ajiminsem. Me, Ajiminsem. Ajiminsem. Because, say, I mean, enye unyini bebra na chire say, I mean, uye nyansa for with all due respect. Because a whole Miami of Kofi Buachi pa. Emuna mu wo intelligent, muna mu wo in charge. Amukra na mbodi IGP beba. Ada na mu play games mu di ade ni ma di agro. Enye, I mean, Enye kra, enye. Akwe say, I say, a show off. Until me say, I don't respect that team no ankasa. I don't respect them to the sense say, a mere hatred, or a mere hatred and propaganda. A team management. Ye manage your voters and say, a no credit ye can't campaign in Crofona Yesika ampa. Until I don't respect that, all right, I don't respect it. Me munu one cry because I see that as bogus institution, bogus group. Sana me huno. All right, to me a bogus group, yeah, a bogus. Because they will never achieve this dream. Said omokoso yese ya. Opeke intelligence ya. You just give the intelligence to the security services. Sana Mr. President kan. Na mo ye yese ya beden koda ne suya nyansa afri mo ho. This is terrible. Enti nano kra ne say be man ya wo ye kukukuku we no. The warrior say bia obey lucky say onko bia wabodam to say yenum ho so ti kam ya ba adwuma ni bi na odi na me akro na odi bra oba odi we kura wo bie nkrama ne go wo bie nkrama gu wo so ana say onu nso ohia on na odi afa ayimo pipe mu ho da no so na say ye wa wo fie na wa bie nso ohia gu wo so wo bie nso ohia gu wo so yes ye wa wo fie so o water wo fie no because I mean what is that what is that as a enkophobia o mani nti na o muti ngura bi mu na ba ko atu kwan ai obi club ka acid ai Isaac upon me no ya adwen pa obi acid gu soro na o de agu o so na next time ya do mu kokko to ajaji ni busa no bo chechirim e de nkura sesem no mo me anwe ye ho Mama man yanyese yani bie mama oman no nkoda ne nsua se empanifo okire nyansa on de meje ase tete niam bi na se yani niam bi ayeye bia ne yankoye nim da wo the school ayako nyina yakko school ayako nyina chi yentimi applies common logic. I mean me want information. We have the security services yani ye control and once we afraid IGP Chrono and I say regional police commander no commander bra. You see this document, this house. Yeah, what this house number? Car way, the number ni we see I say munfa say ye dimachi ya babu amon. Assistant the police no. And yes, I won't okay home to some Debbie. O chira no man did o man lead no. Na what dina chibi. Na mo monitor. Na police na call police ni call ono yes. Yani amana 2 minutes say on your arrest. Na police ni na call. Oduru okra ne nipa ne sai nipa ne ye mansotwi ni kro bebusa say police for warrant why na police na I say okay yekuta warrant police ni warrant on go back to court police ni so ni warrant eso okọ court back to court no akọje court akọje warrant say okoye search ofie wem mum ya mun kire nyansa man koda ni nsua nyansa mun kire mum man koda ni nsua amamuo mu nyansa. Na munyai, I will show you where the power lines in this anima no. I mean, etai. Right. Lawyer biaka saon. Lawyer bi dinano beto sa asem yentie e won kran. Lawyer say the Mahama aye no anoden yentie we na yento aso.
The moment John Mahama formed that committee reduces his mark as a democratic leader.
Why?
Why? Because what is it? He was asked, does this committee has a legal backing? He was asked. He said no. If, for instance, as you sit here, if I also say, well, I'm getting information, and so I gather some individuals and walk into your house that get out, the property you own belongs to the state. How will you feel? How will you feel? If you believe that the land commission, or if you believe that somebody has looted, taken over state property, there are legally appropriate bodies who are mandated.
Class 91.3 FM.
In any case, once John Mahama say that, look, this committee has no legal backing, and anything that has no legal backing has no legal backing. Yes, has no legal backing. Do they have prosecutorial powers? No. Can they prosecute? No. So they are working from house to house. Oh,
they are collecting data.
It is never a data. It's not a data. So you walk into my house at Reach and says that, look, The property he owns belongs to the state. As I sit here, Ghanaians, Ghanaians. It is not today that politicians interfere in Ghanaians. Go and check the PNDC. Check Jerry Rollins, check NDC 1 under Jerry Rollins. Check NDC 2 under Prof Mix. And check NDC 3 under Mahama's fair term. And you see a list of ministers, government appointees, who have taken Ghanaians free of charge. Some should call and say that I'm lying, and I'll mention names.
Okay. I mean, unordined. So, lawyer is say, Adia President Mahama, Sat at Ekunu Krano, just a tietty man, I am a democratical leader. Sa alright, Timono, bogus Timwa, Oma said that they can never find any credible information for the president. I mean, because se omo kano kra eno ho ka se enkra ho no en senka no kra no mo be yadwuma enenye witch hunt na dia they must to start from somewhere and we no kanye o enye anko mo ye kra nchire nipa because 32 years of governance in Ghana no open so investigation about recovering all loot wa also we use all loot and yet just loot away, all loot, and yet just 8 years old, and all loot for Ghana, dear Jack. San Ren Wedma, we didn't consider Ian Consider, San Ren Win consider. And consider. How? Now, Middle Parliament, as someone said through Parliament, as we are order of Wedma, we are through Parliament on Middle Parliament. But mamin chia busia for na me refi man chia mo love humanity me chia pa yen ka message me yen to aso mamin ka message proud African was say chesensem hu sa na 4 years na so anodene. That's right. Obaba Jamfu was say a blessing evening. Whenever nana money didn't come out any Patricia Boachewa Alex Finney say good afternoon, the reason show, fantastic show. Me chia I had the reason show me wakwaba. Andrew was it the oral nonsense is illegal. The constitution does not allow such nonsense to be established. Andrew, Mickey Polo, was it Mahama? Yeah, Mahama decisions are useless ever. Okay. That's right. I know they. Pinana. Wow. Hey, we didn't hear Mr. Fache why. Fina. But we didn't my money have Fache me why. Fina. Okay. Kofi Buache, the stomach security. Anodin. But we didn't my money have Fache me why. Aha. Milisanto Sayasibe. I sometimes wonder why they call them they call these people honorable. Anodin. Thomas Ingusan, all the Akufo-Addo appointees were instructed to return their vehicles a couple of weeks ago by the office of the former president. Comfortella say, me too, a bore off. Comfortella say, we're job brutal. Evelyn Nanama say, hey, just 4 years and they think Ghana is for them. I'm not dying. Dixon suppose NDC ne nsemfone nsemhunu de David. Ajumadia wasi asemaba. Obapa abeyi ahenkan ose abusiafo chia obibia obapa mesomechia o. Enoch Ej Enoch also chia abusiafo. Proud Africa was the host did not caution him. David host na no host no wonu hwe want hwe. Doris Affair was what Doris Miss Michel. Selena Lewis was Mami Fosia Michel. Samson Terrier was a Busia or Chewibia on so here or Ghana. Something, yes, Chiao. Bernard of Fosuhine was say in the Hunusan and go for with you of Fosuhine. Nana Mankwa was what you was your phone. Nana Mankwa, Miss Michafa. Part AK was what you this year by any of your phone. Nana Nelly, Miss Michia, Nelly so has say, Nelly so dropping a message. Ado Yobo, Ado, Leona Adiobo, Miss Michia, Cynthia Frimpong, or say ready one more chere, because I, where the Nana Champon, or say ready, watch it. Was more ready or more chere. Michael Amfo or Dame or saying some phone say ya nuncle for with you and some phones are Patricia Boachua also a chair with your phone Patricia Miss Mitchell and then Pacific can come message in the show. We will run the show. I will run the show right here on the Reason Show. I'm watching Christiana was to look at Okujetua Blakwa in his documentary about Nanado. Did you heard any positive outcome of it? Okujeto di ene honsam de enye na ne yebeka wi. Sly Opoku said this is totally insane and also unprofessional and wording. Yawe Champ was NDC party. Afro Tropical TV was saying Nanado is watching the live program. You Adudi Yachiano why? Afro. Sly Opoku medase. Okay, afi no yemfesi ani yankwe anim. Enti lawyer you say so disgrace to President Mahama say obeti kuo ni efre no say adeya mate kuo bi say wo monkoye de enko gada data na wo gada data no a data na wo gada no I mean wo gada okwan be so ekwan be na wo fa so wo yes data no so eno na man yes so interesting na yentie opening yentie sa opening tia hase asema ye kan omunim no kro wo de tia hase tie one of the kasongo ni tia hase tia.
Some are of the opinion that you are already taking upon yourself mandates that you do not have. In fact, the very first conversation that's been happening now is you have no mandate in law at all. You have no basis. You just merely exist as an unlawful body.
I've heard those conversations, and let me first put in a disclaimer here that I'm not speaking for the team.
True.
I'm speaking for myself.
True.
And from the best of my knowledge, what we are doing currently is within our mandate. And it is not within the mandate of only the team, but any Ghanaian, I think, has the right of deciding that I want to compile data on road traffic offenses, or on robbery going on in the country, etc. I don't think that contradicts any law in the country. I stand to be corrected. But I'm waiting for someone to show me which law says that before you can collect data on abuse of state resources, public funds, and looting of the government properties, you need this law or that law.
This is interesting. Okay. Right. Yentoaso via. Eti openia sama okay. Obi bisa say eti onim say emra bia mo no ho ban ene nti wo mo nam na ye wuragura manfo dan mu ya na. Ah? Right, maybe I'm here. Oh, okay. I mean, but me was sound or check out there. Me was sound. Right. Enti enyo obi na ebi na nisa say obi e bo man kro no ayen chesi nipa no dabi. We all support the president. Wow. We all support the president say onipa bia wa form manager pade no Momfa mrakwan fa ne court. But and yet to this extent say yen create sins I say ya man akwa say ekoye witch hunting, personal attack as will be solve ni problem be dabi. Wow. Obi a wabɔ man ne kro no bia no we support the president. Says any pa no momfa ne ko gina mranim project a property bia wa akwa bia no a court will have the right to be confiscate the asset. Obi bɔ man ne kro no a court no ko ya beji nipa na japade odi fon ko beji. But not to this extent say o koye to say as a Rambo style. Say koye Rambo style a case ni nyina be say Keki wakwaba Victor Nyako wakwaba say ekoye Rambo style say ya case ni nyina be say because ebe kakra no obia be yem kura choka sana asem na asay sana ye Ghana sa president Kufuor the opposition wayo mi cases ni ade ni mu twanyo wayo mi besi ne cases bebre ya de court antimi ameki determination a president e ko no o ka senye ya on. But it's all because of how yam gather documents ye. Wow. And on ma there be a problem. And on a problem every day. So the point is say minister no minister of sector minister na ban attorney general ebe empower the security service which is the CID omu investigation. No omuna rounds I more investigation to get facts on grounds. Na nkwaye witch hunting. Ade aye nuanom ye no ombe say game ni nyina misa na ye ya wayo mi case nyina nkosi agama ne wayo mi ne namo sa obi te say cocoa board case besi ne ankosi aga. Air politicians omunsu nyansa free enema presidency omunsu nyansa na yesa da bia no mo mind boka but enamo mo ankasa mo personal scores no mo dia say bibia so personal scores na da bia on person omo ye nti no ma say bibia so
Tongo ye Mombali nanga Kasongo mbona wewe Songa libala oh ye Kasongo mbona wewe Mombali nanga Atali ya mama yake kama naye
Katonda wamanyi Katonda wachi akawumbika embooko
Kasongo ye
right yanko parliament na asemi ena parliament MPs ne do man obeto asemu bi mu say na okujeto be dia ni mu dia ye dia ni okujeto kura ya mu be kire ni fia wo no okujeto ai okọ parliament a MPs ne say na se na okujeto be ye dia eni ono kura no mu be kire wo no ni property ono so wo no akra ho bizo okujeto dia woni reputation say obi awia o man ye japade ana obi ato o man ye japade ai o se wi asempani so obi a wo kobra wuo na asompafe wo kwa kobra wuo so sompafe atente huo tu ya woto wo se mikokura treasure yanko parliament now the yentie asem no eduru parliament na yentie de ekoso I had the reasons so pass like video no my like na subscribe to the channel yanko parliament bra
Fi Adriade sere to Ghana de hye nyina anim na kane mpanyimfo a kane mampanyin akofo ado eyi wom eka na memo ho nyina se operation recover all loot ya ban ya aba adi aba no no maso sokura.
It is concerning and we want the people of Ghana to know that no serious country will entertain anything such as this. And so if you are a former government official and you're invited by this so-called aura, our advice to you from the minority is to boycott any invitation from the aura team. We are not going to be part of it because we believe that there are constitutionally established bodies that can investigate any so-called misdeeds of the government. What are they doing? what they are doing is to go about disturbing people, entering homes, taking vehicles, seizing vehicles, and more or less taking over lands from people who have genuinely purchased land. What the former government officials have done is to acquire properties that legally they could acquire. No illegality has taken place in any case.
And so one more, or sad the piece to say.
They live in the cantonment, they live in the airport, they live in the childless lands which were government lands which they bought many years ago. The people of Ghana should not tolerate this order which is out there.
Right. Enti okuja to so na say ono ani police ni ebusa ne say ote cantonment na ho asase no to ne say ono ote cantonment the ho asase no to ne say okuja to amanfo say cantonment asase no to ne say asem no bon asem penipa cantonment okuja to woto wasase ne say woto ne say woto firi ho awo eti the minority ne say wo ho no obi ba say na ye orafo a don't men anasa invitation mo fra wa enko because omo ni any legal mandate to summon or to question obi say wunya we wo he omo bia ni o sa right no until say the institution aban amana kwan say onye investigation sisi amena o ka say sa kasongofo they have no legal backing eto akronfo betimi abo awuram abewia wo nema Moni na ho uye Ghana ni a akronfo betimi afra omu abewia nema. In fact, ebi kra san omo yes akasongofo ni bi no wo betimi ni akronfo aye one no ma bewia amanfo nema no mo de akose se eye hwan oral team ebi so no oral team ni mo hwe eye possible o betimi akowia amanfo nema de ahye oral team no. Because it seems 4 years now. Once a year, say, said ye come see NDC for ni no. Jack, and ye easy. Omuntiasie. Etiasemna ye cano, Sabi, this will be on penocre. Obi or penocre be him say, Diomo yeno, almost say even they will even temper more exhibits. A lot of information on Besseno. Because I share the moon. A yen share the moon, almost our right team, no. Mimi who are dear papa bi no bi say na na yeme ya. When are they most a lot of politicians mo amu ni say un say atwamne bi asura ya na you know say munyina mo ye the same adwuma no. But so person who fight here use a proper channel to deal with these people. Ukoye say ya just a hula balloon na gidigidi na mo person mo un say on person mo use sa oral team no dey manage news e wo kuro no. Ai. On person mo dey manage news. It won't know to media no so TV3 ne joy. Oh yako ha say nanse mahu amanfo hye bebre dan bi sisi wo so mako oh monhwe e krata bi aya hye no. We. Na die ntina ke yetua investigators okro no mu. Say documents bi go na document hu hia. Adentina wo na wo de camera ko tina investigators wo. Why don't you employ them? Equip them more equip them to go there and do investigation about such documents no. Eye media na wo de be kire ye. What the better than the day? Yafanya a just conversation keke. What is this? Tabiana samudi nipona dini dia grossa. Eti obi openo krabia nim say oral team a bogus group, a bogus, and in fact, one big sabe cause more problem to the security services. And I make say trespassing a big issue. Who drew baby na be yesa we yi o Jack amafo be twie so hia gum so mo be steady. Yanko Parliament, or the Yanko Parliament, TBU.
Edia de sere to Ghana this year name and a canin penufua, canin mampania cofuado, wom a can memo hunina say, Operation Recover all Lucia Banya Abba Ediabano, her no mass socra.
It is concerning, and we want the people of Ghana to know that no serious country will entertain anything such as this. And so if you are a former government official, and you're invited by this so-called aura, our advice to you from the minority is to boycott any invitation from the aura team. We are not going to be part of it because we believe that there are constitutionally established bodies that can investigate any so-called misdeeds of the government. What are they doing? What they are doing is to go about disturbing people, entering homes, taking vehicles, seizing vehicles, and more or less taking over lands from people who have genuinely purchased land. What the former government officials have done is to acquire properties that legally they could acquire. No illegality has taken place in any case.
And so one more, what's that the piece to say?
They live in the cantonment. They live in the airport. They live in the childless lands which were government lands which they bought many years ago. The people of Ghana should not tolerate this order which is out there.
Right. Enti honorable MPs no edia to dwa no. Afei yankwe nim na sa lawyer yasmo sa kan yi say no kure say the oral team no are not going to just there to make a propaganda now. Almost almost hwe nkrata mu a. Openi wasi nkra ho no. Mo nyina wasesa aban japade monka fi Rollins peso. Monye monfa lesemra. Ni ehunu ba bia mo ye adwuma na firi. Ni ehunu say eye due diligence. Mo de in fact good faith and yes adwuma na mum enye just a witch hunting yenya nkoda. Yenti ase ni ento aso.
The moment John Mahama formed that committee, reduces his mark as a democratic leader.
Why?
Why? Because what is it? He was asked, does this committee has a legal backing? He was asked. He said no. If, for instance, as you sit here, if I also say, well, I'm getting information, and so I gather some individuals and walk into your house that get out, the property you own belongs to the state. How will you feel? How will you feel? If you believe that the land commission, or if you believe that somebody has looted, taken over state property, there are legally appropriate bodies who are mandated.
Class 91.3 FM.
In any case, once John Mahama say that, look, this committee has no legal backing, and anything that has no legal backing has no legal backing. Yes, has no legal backing. Do they have prosecutorial powers? No. Can they prosecute? No. So they are working from house to house. Oh,
they are collecting data.
It is never a data. It's not a data. So you walk into my house at Rich and says that, look, the property you own belongs to the state. As I sit here, Ghanaians, Ghanaians. It is not today that politicians interfere in Ghanaians. Go and check the PNDC. Check Jerry Rollins, check NDC 1 under Jerry Rollins. Check NDC 2 under Prof Mix. And check NDC 3 under Mahama's fair term. And you see a list of ministers, government appointees, who have taken Ghanaians free of charge. Some should call and say that I'm lying, and I'll mention names.
Right. And that was the legal practitioner, Alex Kwete. Now, young queer, I had the reasons to patch like a video. Now, what kind of my or die? When you I see don't get your junior. When I see don't get your junior, I don't know. One was see MP before MPs in the Jack. Mon Pemo, you be data more no one telefio na or one chatting. It's when you see don't get your junior, I don't know. I know they.
Kasongo ye Mombali nanga Kasongo mbona wewe Songa libala oh ye Kasongo mbona wewe Mombali nanga
enti chama bani we asieru nketia ne ba what enei what so be DMP kama ai general mosquito bani o ti ya mo nhye ne so say asieru nketia so plant ne ba e wo Ghana politics im anoden Che koto ngwano ma wudi agro wo ntena sena mfani agro entrenu bom pesika ma oba na akura ase nkwaje ho moso asieru nketia bai ene wono no oba parliament ya bombo wo batunu no wo say hey MPP for na momote wono Jack ye be mamu data na matena fio na mahwe bi o TV so already Ghana policies so ekuro no mo de rof ekuro no already asieru nketia bai ono osane papa on bomb on feel anu ato osane papa o osane papa osane papa ai eti MPP for no se Jack mono ya ye pesika ma na matena no mahwe bi fi eti afanya maka wasembo no po ai eti ya kuyanim na be ma ye oda se mo kai no ye friend hwan ya Hopeson Adorye won se sa kwa we open one of the political process to our ho politics mo bi o free ajompe kwa bia no we political prostitute Hopeson Adorye MPP ni no ye mo airport ho na mo de ne toy ena o mo call campaign internal politics ena ko di ala achi na woni ala nyina atwe o mo ho na ono party yes o matwe na san eni nyina o party bia mu but as usual NDC ba power ya Hopeson Adorye asa ahura di NDC mu a chese asese said wadani NDC ni ana wo ya nwunani dia automatically wo ya NDC ni anoden na no na NDC for say ade na mo twa chese mo chichiri yensa gu ye chi na mo atwa fufu afa ye tikosa da Peter bi ente ase the NDC for say no way wo ente ase if you say Hopeson Adorye de ye po bi a wadi Mahama ne yera atemu a Hopeson Adorye eye one to mo say sadie no a empanimfo NDC for no ye na wo di Hopeson wo twe na wura party no kwa che wo mo ye adwuma no wo ente ase enya some bad demonstration serious one Urade hey ababi abaye wo mo edi yo wani anya dia wonidi ai wani anya dia wonidi o ai wonidi na wo de yenko NDC for radio station yenko tie de yekoso
NDC for who Hopeson Adorye say o angel nipa boni ni nipa tanta nipa fon sa wotima say NDC for gigine so chair ya adwuma no about 12 years ago when Hopeson Adorye edi jomama ne yira temu afro na ase akopem so 6 months okọ na afrafranto ani empe na yi na di because of okọ ware ye no adwuma potokọ ware it's alleged be a woman ti ene ye pam no o ware ya da ne phone de ne pam no enne mo so Hopeson na mo gine say we gane na ma me airport ada nipa ni NDC wo be go gine airport akọ we di jomama ne yiri nyina atem edi o mo atem 6 months wakọ afrafranto ma afrafranto gu usu no banti anu ti enne wo so ya wani abre se afani ya baba wo ma mi aba na papa ba na ba wo ma mi na papa ba akwa wo giti akwa we so wo ya busumfo ye criminal ara mo giti sa
eti anoden eti esese de NDC for no say no Hopeson Adorye nya obi a NDC for mota tana se de wusu bempade aye na jegeze ne baduko bi na enei baby Mahama begina bia na omo de wusu bempa gina nemum asofo agigina mu ne de ya sideline wo mu eti NDC for se wo mu ntiase e dabi Hopeson Adorye de no because why dey we di Mahama tempa papa onyo obi NDC for agigina sokra na ni nyina ne se wankasa otiri ho ayeyi wayi bone sa na politics ye no se wankasa otiri ho yeyi wayi bone enu ntina ya no mfo na ahyase amount of pressure from stage we no obeko pani bi na ati omo na so say hey mani anya din Jack MPP fo na MPP say wura party ni mo because MPP ni NDC de omo ye nuafo wo secret mo pia as omo ya atamfo etu omo nim say o say Hopeson Adorye no sorry a me airport no obi antu kwan ase ono ankasa age airport adwuma no na e kire ba bi ope won ase ono na e kire ba bi ope o ai eti omo ni say na dey wono we hwan ena bibia no nko abaje aginam sa how enti the NDC for no communicators no say that be too much no meba odi yento aso
And NDC for whom Hopeson Adorye or angel. Nipa bonini nipa tanta nipa fonsa. What am I say? And NDC for Gene so chair. Yeah, Jumano about 12 years ago. When Hopeson Adorye, Eddie Jomama and the Yida Temo from Nancy Copimso, 6 months of Jana for Frantoni and Penwa Yinedi, because of Oko warrior, no more protocol warrior, it's a leg then be a woman and your palm or warrior that the point in your pamono. And now most of our Hopeson, I'm going to say, we Jan and Anna airport. Are there any penny in this Wobeko airport? I call with the Jomama and the Yin Atem, and your matam was 6 months. I go come from Frantoma for Frantogu, who soon obey. And not yet, who saw when you have said, I find your baba, woman, papa by the by. Woman, and papa by. Aqua, would you aqua? Why you bosom for your criminal? I am going to say,
as a better be. Anyway, when the NDC for as I said, here, communicators never lie. If it's a penny say, do I opotoman if you won't chill so the bomb? Enna, yeah, me potoman in fin will be mamma fankodi. I knew you say. Upon Chirani, Corinne Moko, Cotredi, me for home bay. I Ghana politics. Anointedness, Michiao. Black so, anording. I'm what Christiana, anording. Hopeson, I'm for your lie, or Moja. Na, maybe Mahama knew almost 11 ministers or the 2 Jam, didn't you about Bachelors this year, anording. But when him, Obawe, your Mahama, aid on your friend, Joyce Bauer, Mutari. Where Mahama wafasi won odi ti asem a oba beka wom se me see NDC for no emotions nkwa no mo de kan sem o wom ni evidence o enu ti na NDC for etimi ko gigi go court wom bedu no ma lusu cases no oti aban mo wona na se wo power but ye di asem a Joyce Bauer Mahama edia se kura matene se unsa first no 2016 no deputy minister of transport on Jifa Ativo. Eti we no te say no ba bia manya ntie se anhwa wo de ne be call transport ministry ho. Enna no yeso yanya ntie se ase wo se wo lobby for foreign affairs but anhwa na anyi. Now yentie Joyce Bauer on na yentie yamame ya na semfa ne nsem bia wo keka ho.
This fight against corruption has just started. It will certainly be one that we intend to win.
Okay, but you know, I like that you admit that the wheels of justice grind slowly sometimes, but certainly it will take us to where we want to get to. But would you then disagree with those who say that, you know, maybe in the fight against corruption with this whole oral thing, you're just selling a dream to the ordinary Ghanaian that yes, because from the way the promises are being made, it appears that in the next 3 months, in the next 1 year, in the next 2 years, state funds will be recovered. Because a picture has been painted that all these corruption scandals under the outgone government will be recovered as soon as the president takes office.
Would you, for example, not want to know how we arrived at all the monies paid to David Ajayi, for example? Would you not want to know? Do you not want to know that if he's been paid in excess of whatever it is that he's done, that he'll be able to return the balances, whatever is outstanding to the state coffers?
But that's not the promise that you made. You said you will recover the funds. You didn't say that you're going to tell us how the monies were paid to him.
Why? Because if you investigate, what are you investigating? You are investigating first and foremost to gather evidence. You are investigating to challenge that whatever payments have been made were illegal, were unlawful, and ought not to have been paid. And once you establish that prima facie case, you then go on to go and do what? To recover. That is a process. And that is a process that every Ghanaian is expecting. And that is even a process better than what you were promised in the past. Even with the Office of Special Prosecutor. You heard about how they went after Madam Sister.
Right. I was at Tio. On say wa me hebusa maami say. Asa mo ye corruption, but mo ankasa mo ni nyina so. Tio. Mo ni nyina so. But maami pese o kire say say ye tekura na ye hwem na ye ka kire mo ya bi. Ena say wa me hebusa ne say Banye sa na mo kan yo ye de ne se mo be recover etimu de be court on so say the Ghana for pen say mo mpese mo beti ana da madam ye mpese ye beti ye pese ye hu resource ana meboa abusafo mo hweme ye just ye beti say obi adisika na say ye pese ye te say NDC say ekufu da wi asai ba umia wi asai ene ye pese ye tene keka na ai won say we were lawyer wo But who say makajo say me see NDC for no cases bebre omo de kokot omo lusu o just media management and then day one I don't trust them from day one Me say until the day they will give me a resource. I don't trust NDC. John Mahama administration, I don't trust them. Because minimum I know how they play their games. Now, we are consulting now. Obeka me the picture be to us we are may analysis in the atwas. We are consulting.
For example, you saw the prosecution that took place in court. You remember her very hot exchanges with the lawyer Martin Pebu, for example, on the premises of the High Court. Look, there are ways in which we can fight these things. What happened to all the monies that were stolen, even by the servants in Auntie Cecilia's house, for example? What happened to the monies that were found in their own possession? They were confiscated by the special prosecutor. What I am telling you now is...
And this is also a propaganda, a whole lawyer. Or no, some years be on the court or basic for justice. A whole lawyer is telling me, say, Cecilia da Parkes, ya Martin Pebu mutia chile giga omkoji omani mguasia o court no. Mami persistent or downplay because omudi politics. Today, we are all intelligent enough, say, yen tenase momun fire ni agro. Obisika, udini ko court to say, you have no any rights, so be a okoji obi japadiye. Omai japadiye bi anyirae. But to say, and somebody here campaign, you know, Mami per se, your friend intellectual dishonesty. Joyce Bower person was still not or crusade and answer or capitalize on Cecilia the past case, you know. I call court to my court to release this as someone say, as some way you're about watching it. Cecilia, some year be beaten, even just a mere defamation, what the Meko court. Just a mere defamation, what the Meko court to seek for justice. Answer court to Chrono Dia Semno, what they don't want to take it. You see the double standard of the NDC leadership? Me, Marginal and yes sharp. Na me catro tono so and na me threaten a life. Or the Mibeko court to say a journalist beauty America na what baby me sue no say why you say because or person was seeking for justice. And yes, meboa. Okay. On say justice chronoa. Sicily da Parkes you mukoya and brew hey. Echo court to catch on say case we no any merit no also on the Montiasi. Also Montiasi. That is why I don't trust them. I don't trust the NDC administration because I know them. I know what they can do. Propaganda, lines. Madam, fine, beautiful woman. Or to our own, they are or dinner, no chat, or chatros, or and some can anymore, whatever.
I believe that what you are asking is that how will you know? And I am sure that we will be putting together a very good communication strategy as we go forward. Certainly, these monies will not go to waste. How can you lose $11.8 million in Palugo example and have no, dam to show for it? We must find these monies. We must recover these monies. And certainly, if we even have to set up serious anti-corruption courts specifically to work on these matters, then so be it. So let's see who becomes Attorney General. Is that what the president intends to do? The president has beautiful intentions, great intentions. And I have no doubt that Ghanaians want to see us deliver on the promise to fight corruption, to recover wasted state resources. Don't forget, you mentioned the banking crisis, for example. And that is actually one thing that is on the hearts of many Ghanaians. Look at the number of jobs that were lost, Sewa. In some cases, couples, husband and wife, both bankers, lost their jobs in that rationalization. And if after all these years, you and I can only speak to the matter of Mr. Atuesian and his bank in particular, something must be wrong with our society. And we know that this is one of the things that in the next 120 days, a conversation will be taking place about these banks, for example. So, Sewa, it is a day at a time. It is work in progress. One thing I can be very, very confident in is that Mr. Mahama has given us hope. There's a lot of optimism. There's a lot of reassurance. And with that reassurance comes with enormous responsibility. All right. Don't forget that on governance, we're also looking at the constitutional review process. Certainly, and that's my next, because absolutely. I told you we're going to look at the speech of the president. Yeah. And he talks about governance 4 thematic areas. Yes, so economic restoration, for example. He speaks about it beautifully. We will get there, but let's now focus on governance reforms. Yeah. What exact reforms is he talking about? Let me use the level of partisanship in our government institutions. That is the first step. That we must, of course, take a very close look at our governance institutions. You You see, there's something that this overly partisan environment has done. It is also why it has bred so much corruption that all of us did not even anticipate. That when the English dictionary talked about nepotism, it didn't talk about one or two of your family or friends operating. It speaks about when large numbers of family members operate in government to the point of presidential daughters and children.
Okay, I was therefore, with all due respect, this woman, now, you shoot down this propaganda. On say, what shall see a person run say, as a Kufuado nepotism, a Kufuado assistant Abusia vote say, when the constitution was saying, say, not large number of persons come from your family members that can work in the government. Because on him say, Mahama Beman appointment, no cases say his screen so, where ye, Kalishos Mahama, and they were secretary to the president, our position, President Kufuado, and yes, Adiano. Nani Nia, your friend, Nabusiani, your friend, Asante Bedia too, and a secretary to the president. And Crofoi Bekasa Kufuado assistant Abusia for now. Yenu Babia Kra, no, Yenu Babiano, say, Kalishos and your appointment, one secretary to the president, one Jinahi. Now, Joyce Bower, place one Subenya position, say, and yes, and you too. Wait, Yenu Babiao, Yenu Babia Baunim, on says smartly. So yes, smart with journalists and agreement. Also, constitution can say reasonable persons. Or because constitution can say any Wamodi, anybody do a bit no my yaguma. It is that ODA 1, ODA 2, ODA 3, Yenina Dukada, Obiad Nabusi and Yaguma. But the diabolic and hypocritical aspect of the NDC politics, and they say, Mami Peso, yes, man, no man, Omamu say, a year dear on Mahama Beman position too. Ninuya, your friend, Kalishos Mahama, and they were no secretary to the president. Ghana for you don't fear name Yanko Kufuado. Any no offer simony, ni Mami Nuyamo. And as I watch about your friend say, finance minister, Enna Bakuya no yes secretary to the president. No, Omupesa no the among Kaisa Kufuado, nepotism. Patri Tienio, constitution in Kase, Baku Mienu Omiansa. Or say, large number, say be a reasonable, reasonable. 80 says a woofer one, who send a reasonable. Offer to a reasonable, maybe for trade, yeah, and no reasonable. This is terrible in politics in Ghana. Young queer community.
Then you have a big problem. Because even investigating these things becomes a big challenge. When your cousin has served as finance minister, even until he overstayed his welcome, when he himself is in a conflicted situation where he owns a bank, an investment bank, and continues to get business while serving as finance minister. These are all matters the Ghanaians are interested in.
But Joyce, you're also related to the president. Does that mean that you shouldn't receive any appointment?
Absolutely. There was just one of me. And before Mr. Mahama even became vice president, I was a very...
Okay, so on say, the presenter no say wa me here. A question is na sa won so ya Mahama ebusuani. Also say absolutely. Eye me nko a. Also on dey say, oh eye me nko a. But baako ne gina hai. Esa ai say nyetu. Si enuru ba bia wo. Ayetu. Ye nu ba bia. Eti obi de ye 3 na wo de yetu a wo de ne de ye ho. You see, this hypocrisy in Ghanaian politics, no, it must be stopped. As you jai. If say the person is competent, what stops it? In America, no, some civilized, some democratic country, no. Go and see Trump. Na one na busia for ebre na yadwuma e wa bem. Na yire ni manyina twa ne ho ahia. Ivanka, girl Ivanka. Trump I'm on a position. Ivanka kunu I'm on a position. Krishna Yaman position. Abraham Accord, and you're in the name of America. Abraham Accord, and you're the bridge the gap between the Arabs and then the Israelis. You know, come move Jerusalem free, and they call American embassy. So, see, this type of politics, no, it's every day, no, you subject yourself for, you see, criticisms because you are not telling the truth. You are lying to the people. Se si aye nu babia mu yetu mu nya mu preposition na dia kura ni and obi kura ka say yes John Jinapo's Mahama's anti-son. Look at that we kura there and obi so ma more fella prince Kudani Asaya or say John Jinapo as John Mahama's anti-sons his mother's side. Just look at this and obi mama fella Kudani. So if John Jinapo is competent to do the job, so what? So what? Because the constitution is say reasonable numbers, family members. It doesn't specify say 1, 2, or 3. So if say adeninya 1, 2, 3, but the woman way intellectual dishonestly or person or dada Ghana for adwin. Yentieno. What yentieno?
Very active member of the National Democratic Congress. Like I said, there will always be overlaps.
I mean, yes, you were an
and
active
remember
member of the NDC.
That there wasn't
Ken a member of the NPP as well?
And in fact, a financier of the NPP. But he babysat Akufo-Addo until he was made finance minister. Should he then not?
So should
have
we
been more
would
diligent?
You advocate that no relative of any president is given an appointment?
That is impossible the world over. But ask yourself, how many relatives? Should the president's wife and children? Should the president's brothers and sisters? Should the president's daughters and sons? Just imagine that for a minute, Mr. Mahama wanted to bring all, I am actually an extended family member, to put it mildly. So just imagine that his immediate family members were all going to serve at all levels of government.
So it's okay for the president.
Abuzafo, Ghana politician say, one so akumem na one ye critical kakra bi one obeki kafo a kire wo. So one ye very critical obeki kafo a kire because madam we one hwe careful obeki kafo a kire ne papa so obeki kafo a kire no. Also on dey say, oh that be me kra me extended family member na Akufo-Addo nkrofo na wo mu de no mo ye hin. Omo dey extended family members. Gabi watch there akuna mo de na ye twiapia no why Akufo-Addo busuani. Why ni busuani? And so obi free achimnti no chinchina Akufo-Addo busuani no. So one ye strategic on obeki kan wadwena kire I mean political leaders no, but we mature to be handle professional way. You see, this is a total disgrace to the NDC party, and this is a diabolic agenda. Because as you being a politician, you know and you knew it. So definitely, president can also bring people who are competent from any family or whatever or friends. You knew that, and you are not or per position. What did deputy minister paying? Mami or what did deputy minister paying? What is this? Idea whom crying at tea musano. Proud Africa say answer wa me on okay any chat na me send number man any nkasa why ai what send number na link map na me send number no Joyce Boy why what did deputy minister pen idea cry ni sa la ya na mo ye ni sa no oh ya munyai sa enye munyai sa enye kra enye enti wo dia say da bia ne mo dia famu eye obi dia enye unia ne gina hai we wonu so ebusuani Calusius Mr. Calusius we ebusuani and when is secretary to the president otiase oh ya Mahama nephew otiase also by position o de yamani we ne nto aso
to appoint family members, but
there is a level of reasonability.
Right.
There is a level of logic. And using myself as an example, how many of us were in government? Certainly you'd have president's friends. I mean, who comes to work with your enemies? Nobody does. Remember that governance also comes with a huge machinery behind government. Many people who support at all levels. I'm sure that many people will have different relatives at different levels. Members of parliament, members of the district assembly, members in office in government, wherever. My sister, it is the numbers. It is a sheer magnitude of the family and friends that former President Akufo-Addo came into office with. President Akufo had his brother as his defense minister. And why not? His brother was a qualified and competent pair of hands. Why not?
Okay.
That would definitely happen. And certainly, and look, make no mistake. I believe that I'm well qualified to serve at any level. And I've had many
Ken says the same thing and his lovers.
Yes, there are many other people beyond Ken. There was Nana Bidi too with it.
On say, or the promoter who say, or you're qualified to work with President Mahama. On we are say, and Penny saying Yada to work just with Fran and Buffy Betchu. On say, Joyce Boy or promoter who say, or you're well qualified to work. Fantastic. We are qualified to work. But the point is say, Edia anansia dia wuno entekuma ntransia nyem frama Edia anansi edia wuno entekuma wontransia ense wo ba pe se wo se we a fair person fair woman kame ne wa kame me Mahama position kura fanya hweda said ye be ya me criticism me bogus criticisms no nka people will accept it or polish you him o twa position but yet o downplay obi o insight obi said ye be ya ne ho be ye hin na me kura Akufo Addo abusuafo no e de pa na o maye ne Ghana isim say ayi achemfo yi ade o maye dey o mo no maye dey ankasa o mo yesika Ghana nyom na yesikafo ana bi da me ntiase o ade Akufo Addo abusuafo no o mo yesikafo sa ana ade o mo onimo Ghana no e o mo de ana ase ya said that amanfo bi design pure hate against san Nana Akufo Addo ne namfo ade o maye dey abusuafo nka bi ncha o maye dey ade say me bawo ana brofo na Akufo Addo kaninti ana school no ko na brochire bi a hotatra ne papa no edom ko tena brocho ko school eno ade ne life ne threat obi ana ade mentiase because I say mentiase I mean ya no ana 66 no ne na UGC ninti ana I mean ana Ghana sika no a the big sense no eno nti ana anything woman I say I'm for time woman say I'm for time woman kasa because in fact the level of hatred in social media so against sa achim for no it is bad eya busuya bi ne de woman kenyo mo de eya busuya bi ne de sa de ne ye wo mo a en kenyo mo de Ghana na meti nyina nim Ghana asem ka they won't take it what is this ana obi born ho modern ana ne life no be threat to you ana school ni nyina yeko wo mo sa achemabu akwafo no omo pe school kopa omo pe academics I mean it said you about santimem ye pe business ni ya school ni kakra ka ho ni enamu Jack sa achemabu akwafo no you can't downplay that omo ye elite you can't downplay that omo pe academics elite lawyer omo pe side woman because most of them no omo ye more British yes omo ye I mean ideological family sanity no ya wo wasem mimiti ai dia me pe na ma de me life be so I didn't tell some more be no dia wo ye threat to me life so say I can't get it and we need to stop this nonsense so omo too much lawyers in India na say e de omo pe no legacy we train ni ba say so be say legacy and what's the point I mean, it doesn't make sense. Too much jealousy in hatred near too much. Yes. Who do I also you too British? I say British lifestyle and omo pay no. That's the omo chosen no. And to omo school, do na school UK no. Omo do na school UK. And omo na so UGCC omo that omo sa omo koko school. Bebre abrofo school omo di kan omo bebre. I mean, too much. And so, Abusia Kubi na wodi sa de ne ye wo mu a enka nyo mu de. And so I say, we have to say, achim mafia for na wani age na wo kasa ansem fun say. Na we frem Jack, ya mo hwe yi. Na we NDC ni, na we use start time de Akufo Addo. Ye be track o na so ya to din na ye hwe se be ya mo ya. Ye be track o, ni ya to din. Because Ghana no ye betimi ato obi adin. Ye betimi ato obi adin wo kro no. Mummy ho. I know be aka ni brani ho ya. Wa ko school me ko school ya ba e wudu school no e hye siu. Tena me de na business na ya wo se wadwa. Obu afu say me no ye nyina ye politics. Wo nya politics na wo di bi koto nam na wadidi na wada. Me so politics no me de ada ni business. E na ma ye business ye wie obi a kofi me ma ye sika ni ya wo se wadwa. Me wi ade me wi sika. Hwe de wo kire. Moke ka brofo sa na moke ka brofo nkwa na moke ka munya position brofo na mo de ka mu wi na mokem hwema mi wati won moke ka brofo sa the next 4 years ukobusa ni wi obeka se o ye de betimi na anye yie sa na obeka ho ogina wa na corruption o e na hwan yo man o de man nya position wi and one silence Jack 2025 ye mam sa chance traditional media na mo de mo yes no you be shoot down. You be bring me say every propaganda no. You be doso no. Every propaganda. Every lines you be church them. Yeah, mamu kwan bia. Woso na ye nyina ya ko school by na wo de no wo de odi hye tu nkwa yate e na de kabrofo obi din de adane business school no ko de wadwena kwa akire se me pese me di school so achieve something woso wadwa e che se wo kromfo e de no Jack this time around wo ba bia wo fie no hwewachi ansa hwewachi unim na wo betutu din on ye betu din a wo ti crowd wo ye che se wo ne wasefo nyina mo na this time around o de opa bra betu akanie bidin wo ye betu din e be che wonsem wo benya problem ade ye nim krokro ne nim ana mum ye nwe ho mu input ye say mo aya na mo am ye dede na mo create wotan ho no mo dodo ye say e de na mo aye wo gan na mo japade ye say mum ye nwe ho se mu akwa asenkrofo ko bia ye ho say wo mo peke akamfo bi pese wo mo tata wo mo asay metan no eti omunya position a no omo de be finish omo deal eti especially in the media na was account for kase ye the media ne ye Ghana benya asundwe he na benya asundwe o man no mu manu odin ye sai manu edini koduru he empanifo na ye ni nipa kasa ntia wo ye no ma frost anya hwe ye nyina Ghana fo mu ntwa so nye eye no ntia o na mu na mu tete media so amoye sa mu nya tutrafo nje wo bia wo na nkokon da mu mani nya de mu ni akonda mu menwe ho ye na nanoma di akonte wo ye mu entokwa wo ye mu etutra sam ne ntokwa wo ye mu si ye ko agi bibi ne ye nim nyansa de ko gi ade asenko mi se uta to da kutumi ko pie ba bi on o twese de wo de otan hunu no mo twetwese na ko track ba bi obi afias na nkofo wo ye mu no ade o mo fre obi aso mu ana hwe ebe funu it over you ye to bomb ba ko sei wan hwa wo nya asodwe na wo ho be pu chechecheche samfu akwa obi asomamo school broni school ye koni nyansa tie bacho muntie mi broni school ye koni nyansa broni ni school no ye koni nyansa intermediate minim sa asantefo school broni school ye koni nyansa ti asante ni bia nya sika na wo de ne ba gura school mu na wa chire school kura de o se okoye na wo de na ba abepre ye yenko school ba biara sa wo akanfo dodo na yenko school biara me ka kire mo mu de mbako se metam broni ade aso a mu wie na anko yi na modwa mu wie na mbuafu na mu tutu din na mu yetu mu di wi amatimi atena so obi te se Martin Pegu ni okujeto mu na wo ko yusu time se obi ya che mafia na wo okujeto yetu din a obetimi atena Martin Pegu free north wo yetu din a obetimi atena wo betimi atena si yakase ya ponche wa Martin Pegu wo be kokot na be ko wo betimi atena wo free north wo ekom ni ohia wo yenkan enipa ne mo na num so northern region ba bia o Martin Pegu free no wo beto obi oti eastern region achim din wo de mo pa ho me yente sa din ni bi obi ano sa MPP NDC ministers or politics let us see me seke ya life be to danger no so ya be to radar no so ya handle mo now ye kase ya to din a wo betime nya asomdwe o nya asomdwe si ya to din se de mo to din fo kankan no o nya asomdwe bi ko ba bia mo free no e ho nye e bon kon me ntena ho me anwe ho edi ansan fo kra na e wo man mo no mo ko kan tokwa mo ntimi nkon na mo wi amosa ekam entokwa mo ntimi nkon na mo ka mo obi asoma okay eti no kra ne say madam your friend Joyce Bawa no intellectual dishonesty na woye now we are all watching say Mahama be man position na ye be pro ne video so obe public officer there you subject yourself for public criticism so we will see we are all here and we will see eti that was Joyce Bawa ono ne double standard a obe show chire wiase nyina ne nua so ne busu ande so ni enti say ye nu ba bia akora nipa mienu omo nyina we de wonya ne de Mr. Calusius well deserve so secretary wonya ne de hame na mum omo agenda ne ntina ma me chirechirem no we qualify we PhD holder any problem Joyce Bawa we lawyer we deputy minister for wait at position no problem but the double standard and ntina make kan so we are all watching Yankwe, I had the reason so your friend what they say, but Yankwe, but you like if you don't have the Yankwe, we are all here. Kwame was a time hotel. Right. Enti, Free Joyce Bawana, Yanko Mahama, Eddie, new appointment aba. Yankwe, young word must see an angry. Mr. Kalusius, our presidential secretary to the president, will release a list to be what I say. President Mahama nominates second batch of regional and sector ministers. Batch of regional ministers, Wilbert Petty Brentum, Western Region. So say minister ya designated no. Eduamwa Eko Penyin Ochere Central Region. Sasona Joseph Nelson Western. Enna Nana Frank Dr. Frank Amwakohene Ashanti Region. Enra Medenedian by. Now, young ministers of state. Number 1, Yedi Kanye, Kwame Ghanaians Agboja, or MP Adakulu. And they one Minister of Roads and Highways. One Mahama Dinedru. Akwana, Aya Obuli Afayi MPs and Overconu Obuli or more parliament one. I me do Betuazena. Why? Ebiana Unimo Montana Asho Monson. Yes. Okay. West Minister MP regional ministers ni omumu die ni ena yenhwe okay we so ye education ministers na omo afi yento aso Eric Opoku Minister of Agriculture Food and Agriculture Eric Opoku yeah ena Agnes na Momo Latte MP Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs and Social Protection yeah. Number 4, Abla Jiva Gamashi, MP, Tourism. One say Woko Tourism. Ono so anamajano. Right. Ono suni, we musuni. Nti one na shemfimfia say no. Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts. Eti enyumtofo ni nyina maami we Gamashi. No I'm sorry actress kra, no actress. Yeah. Ena Kwame Abuja so na ehye tie no, ono ne hye ano. Now, Yanshe Haruna Idrusu. Number 7 here, Haruna Idrusu, Education, Minister of Education. Inti Haruna Idrusu, former minority leader, and they one call Minister of Education. One they say Aduchuma 9, another. But in fact, why Education Minister paying? I think 2013. Yeah, 2013, 2014, more baby. Yeah. I mean, our experience kakra. Eti Haruna Idrusu or headed to Education Ministry. Now, George Opare so na etwato was saying one also yeah Minister of Youth and Youth Development Empowerment Ministry. Hey, now we Ministry Beni. Minister of Youth and Development and Empowerment. Wow. And ya Mahama Sadi new ayaba another ministry. Yes. Enti Opereado any adena koto sa position nti say you youth ministry empowerment you full ministry ebe kita for the young people. Mr. President, thank you. Now number 8, Ahmed Ibrahim so ena wa ha say ono wa ha Ahmed Ibrahim o ha say okay meko akohwe ono aba meko akohwe Ahmed Ibrahim aba one year Minister of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs. And this year, Ahmed Ibrahim Minister of Local Government under then your Chieftaincy. And Elizabeth Ofosu Ejare MP was I Minister of Trade, Agriculture and Industry. Alan Chamato position one. I say, Mami we and on the amount one suni one the same for Elizabeth Ofosu. Inti say no. The second batch President Mahama Edi Abetujano. Ena me de church. Inti Shawmons why. O ministers in Shomonson, yeah. We are regional minister, central, yes. Oko Western, Central, and Western North region. Inti almost no. Afi inyo mufia na yenko hase. Oba hase so Haruna Idrusu Education Ministry, Trade Ministry, Elizabeth Enafe, or George Opariado Ministry of Youth and Empowerment designate. It is to say not just say Minister of Youth and Sports, no. They say was separating no. You need Minister of Youth and Sports be you. They say Minister of Sports no. Mini baby ade kwa kwasha die. Mini baby omode ko bi because they say no. Yenya Minister of Youth and Empowerment there. Where is the sports? Minister of Sports no away. Eti yebehwe anodin. Eti Shannon Smile why? Eti creative art for ni nyina no. Mama Gamashi. Jifa Gamashi, ya mo to say there. What waba. Ena Education Ministry Haruna so aba. Transport Ministry Kwame Abuja aha eti mo nhye no so my Mahama mamu ebe de Mahama mamu be de Mahama mamu ne be de pa o Nana Boko said the new name is Minister of Sports and Recreation. Sir, and yeah, me de beba ebinya orenya wote safe ni yashase. Afi ni yashase. Eti de wo so no nti yenhye no so na e de ai beduru ho. That's right. I know it. Okay. Now, afi yenko another sensitive matter. The LGBT case whatever. Bema na trumu trumu case here by. I say campaign time no. Omo ye campaign the tia MPP for no. This be na unikru no. NDC running serious campaign edit here the MPP. All because omo chese Akufo-Addo mpese obesign ti Akufo-Addo kra no wo ye dey opese o jige tum. In fact, bema twira asem bi wa say your friend say Sam George or twira asem bi na asem bi o twire meba. Ode yenti Mr. President ti ha say
Arabia omo Saudi Arabia omo kan LGBTQ asem na hoso hompo na eye haram kra e wa mamre mu yeso ye ha eye chiwade wo hwe Kristo som na eye chiwade se be ma ne be ma oba ne oba ebeda anasom omo be campo se omo ware.
Right. Enti campaign time na President Mahama also ye campaign say e ma so for the hu say asa Akufo-Addo kra ye nipa boni ni. In fact, wo mo koye ma press before either Assemblies of God kra mo threaten Akufo-Addo. So ema in fact Ghana no na so interesting say e kwan na so mo de Akufo-Addo fa so ne sim say wa sheda say on sign. Hwe wo de Sam George kra sem bia wo twere. Sam George say you are beginning to appear like a supporter of Trumutu. Sam George etru baby de o ka kire Akufo-Addo no. Now obi the case ni court say omo ni kwan so be sa de no ampa ye nkome nanu ye Akufo-Addo lusu lesi ya na Supreme Court kwashe sa decision ni down wanti ababi obebe bia no ekwan mu ada wo say obe sign afei ye nkotie President Mahama wo free campaign mood no yentie na yento aso netie enro ya woni clergies ni hia no o say case bill no I spy afei ebu be ebe ya nke yenko school dan mum ne yenko kire ye manfa proper values ho na mum say ye ko sign ni baby ne hwan no kra de I mean anyway bill no kra yenyin free Sam George nsem na yenfa mre aban no na aban no eno an control affairs yenko yenim
Ezu kose
President Mahama has been clear that he will sign that bill, and he has no option than to sign that bill. President Mahama will know no peace from Sam George until he signs that bill. And he himself has said that to the clergy, that as a Christian, as a member of the Assemblies of God Church, he will sign that bill. What the president said to the BBC was in response to why President Akufo-Addo has not signed the bill. And he said...
A few moments later...
It's quite a long name. Proper family values bill. If you remember, there was a court case that injuncted the speaker from forwarding it to the president, and also restrained the president from receiving the bill. Eventually, that case was disposed of in December, I think on the 18th or so. Yeah, so it meant that the injunction had been cleared. But as far as I know, the bill did not get to the president for assent. And so the convention is that all bills that are not assented to before the expiration of the life of Parliament expire. And so that bill effectively is dead, it has expired. I don't know what the promoters of the bill intend to do, but I do think that we should have a conversation on it again so that all of us, if we decide to move that bill forward, move it forward with a consensus and probably shouldn't be a private member's bill. It probably should be a government bill with governments behind it.
Right. Enti enra Mr. President shia no and watch chiri mu and watch say bill no say baby adu the bill na I spy. And Mr. President say bill no I spy is dead. I want to kwabro you say the bill is dead enti montonjeno baby. Nemum one do hu say as say you go school kra na mo ko chire proper family system yen chire nkra so hu ye chire nkra nka we nyina nka ma. One Mr. President no onu no say ade ne haram campaign time no. In fact, what you cram about me enya big issue man kramofo no kra to abeti about me. Now, yentie Muslim community for no. Ade to wo mu a wo hunu ye yentie asem ni ento aso. Ye ba.
Read my lips. Mahama he will not sign this bill. The bill is dead, as he said. And it will be dead on condition. And it will be dead. He stated why it's dead. And it will be dead in the next 4 years. Trust me.
Why do you think so? Because this is something that...
Listening to him yesterday, he said 2 things, or 3 things. One is that the bill is dead because that parliament is dead.
Yep.
There are some lawyers who are saying that no, there's no bill that is tied to any session of parliament. It is a Ghanaian parliament that has passed a bill. If it is at its embryonic stage, for instance, first reading, you say, okay, so let's restart it. But this one, it has gone through first reading, second reading, and third reading passed.
You only needed the assent of
the president. Again, there is no NDC president, there is no MPP president here in Ghana. We only have president of Ghana. The law is saying, we can test the law. Leave the law. Let's even take it, as he said, that it has expired. Now, former President Mahama, President Mahama should tell us what is wrong with that bill that he wants us to discuss again. I was shocked when he said that they needed consensus building on this. Let's look at it and build consensus. The bill first went to Parliament in 2021. I don't think there is any bill in this country that has enjoyed public discourse than this bill. Do you remember any bill like that?
No, I mean, we had a lot of conversations.
To the extent that after the first reading, for 3 months, there was public hearing live on TV. Joy Prime, you captured it. Public hearing for all groups to come and vent their spleen. You had Ghanaians Commission coming to do it, right? You had CDD. You have everyone coming to do a presentation. Don't forget, this bill is sponsored by 8 NDC MPs. With 1 MPP MP. You understand? And you used it to cash in. You won Asin North elections because of the LGBTQ. You went there. In Asin Praso, the MP for New Edubiasi stood in the mosque after our prayer and said it clearly that President Akufo-Addo is going to implement LGBTQ, a reason he is removing Jechikwesi from parliament. The Muslims voted for you. Even this time around, a lot of people voted for the NDC in 2024 because even though they trust Dr. Bawumia to say that I'm a Muslim, I will sign it, but they felt that why didn't he persuade his boss to sign? The Assemblies of God Church came with a public statement that if Akufo-Addo refused to sign the bill, they will vote against MPP. There was a procession. For the first time, you had clergy demonstrating. And former President Mahama is telling us now that there was no consensus in this bill. And you see, that is the reason I'm telling you that the man is not ready to sign any bill. He's not ready to restart the process. He will only restart the process. Then he will push it through some lackadaisical attitude till his 4 years expires. Because he's telling us that the bill is not necessary.
Would you blame?
He's telling us that the bill is not necessary. Yeah, but we should go and teach our family values. In your home, Ghanaians, all that we're talking about, if you look at the media and those who are sponsoring it, everyone is saying that our culture, our upbringing and everything in our homes teaches us that homosexuality is really a no-no. So now former President Mahama is telling us that we should go to our schools and now start teaching them that, well, male is male, no one should just engage in all these things and so on. When it is something that is embedded in our culture.
Yes, wow. And that's what
I mean, assembly on ahumete papa nti on say nti say obi o ha say oh munya bote nyina yen kamunian support President Mahama hwe ewiase on enye da beto bu atwa so fra ne mbafe be chewo ekwan ya NDC pa de Dr. Baumia afaso no atro mu di tia and Baumia so ye kremoni no jack na dangerous because Baumia ene Akufo-Addo nenam yeah in fact Baumia blow bebre a wanya nyina because of Akufo-Addo ntia o awurade Baumia onye Ghana ni bia bone o onso omo nse da nya asem bia ntia Baumia o nemum omo Akufo-Addo no enipa bere tan no nti no omo peki Akufo-Addo a no mo na hete Baumia onso Baumia besi ne NDC ni bia no betuma ka say or corruption case against no Baumia sese ya me na ka say wonu ni politician a untimi nya no ho asem bia nka apart from something be bata Akufo-Addo ho ai Baunim election time no ekwan omode Baumia fast no ano tene hey atro pankofo editu Baumia so no na ehu amo mafia man no nti eba ne say na say president beka say Ghana fo nyina no yen support no na wonye Jack there's nothing to support o media manage ntokwa ho there's nothing to support e dey support dey mimi show na me ye no say President Mahama ye competent a enyem na me stop no but in some ye kan nyina e be reflect obeka say agro na ne yedi because we know them. I mean, they're just propaganda. This is terrible. Bill Noah, Ghana for di hun komo was almost 275 MPs in Ajitu. In fact, a could do stage class say MPP for no attract 1 MPs in say and this for say more kwa Jessica and say one support dia ye be to obet yam. Sana 2 MPP4 MMP4 nyina ko support us abel no unanimously our parliament afedie edie bio no Mr. President Mahama yo party enko ba eno anka we no assign ba unim mo nim politics na ye ka no a obi wa wonte ase oh munya abotren hwe eye game so we play the minds of the people. Politics in Ghana is a mind games. Mind games. When you win the power, that's it. Now you turn everything around. Munya hunhwe afi na mobe hu niam be brain common de be koso. Ai. On John Jinapo owe. O say na no be ka kire say obeka say ye only 5 hours na Ghana nka ne nyina adum no na petro ade na hwan also say media phone taken by contest also say media phone taken by contest yeah nti me tia na me criticize politician na men ka say bia ade na wota down me ta na gide yi akwa we be ka kire mo say or bad news de Ghana for other year aka only 5 hours na Ghana fu anyina asana nkane ne bedum afedi amanfo to see mu na we chechirem ne chechirem na no we say media no na ye dey misquoted me. My 5 hours full comment was on HFO. Sense Power had 23 days of crude oil. Media misquoted me, John Jenapo. Yak Ghana no obi na mpe Ghana yi o obi wa wo so wa baji adwuma no kokoye wadwuma obi ansoma obi enu on ka so mpe Ghana yi o ye nsoma me mo pa se kokko kwaji leadership yi o me mo pa eye wo no wokotwa tro no kwaji position ono wokotwa tro kwaji position kokoye adwuma no me nsoma o akwa weti ayi no ka kire mo sa aka 5 hours na Ghana bibia ono to no ka kire mo Now better say, oh, ba yen chair, and I don't criticize him. Ba yen chair, Aquabi Jack. And go for women, I'm saying, game no play no, Obi on Tiasie. Jumpo be Aqua Jumpo be no me who no send you a how I remember. Aquabi a friend, someone who jumpo be no. What to one or to two I am Pia. Jack, Udia tro Emma Safwa Ira, Oda Bontain, Tia. So we tro Emma Safwa Ira, Oda Bontain, and one no. And ya fe na me Oda Bontain, I may be so. Aquawi, Piade. You see a friend who jumpo. Patrick T, would it tea, or Beshisha, you would tia. Also, one or time the man people wonder that Tia say.
Dear MPP people, your relevance would not lie in your very failed officials' attempt to quickly offer unnecessary criticisms to an administration that is less than a week old. Suddenly you found your voice. You want to criticize. But do you know how to govern? You do not even have a clue when it comes to governance. And so on what basis are you going to be criticizing? Just keep quiet. Focus on your party that is in tatters, that is risking disintegration. Rescue the soul of the party. Rid the party of all remnants of Akufo-Addoism and make sure that the party is restored to its tradition to become viable in some future elections.
Okay, eti so one nipa waka say so one one we so we professor almost we professor my fault akwa we yes we professor my fault so we professor my fault we so on say obi I say do you know how to govern? And so MP within 8 years NDC MPP are governing woman 8 years but so BNC will hand over peacefully at the next government eti konfoboni a watena ya former konfopapa beto no ye yini bone nti a kire wo say we will be a politically onim politics mu nyansa sa wa jampo yi akoya no wo koyo atopa wura yakoa yi a na hey can't you tell me anything? I'll buy you shit, I'll buy you shoes akoa we atopa presenter professor we I was say accessible grade BBC for document be accessible grade papa we so on when we to man mo Ghana no we te kro no sakoa yi yes we so professor we my fault kai we watch the kra wu akwa we kire wade wu e de no we ni student ya hwan ya de ne watch ni student pa student ya tima ye sa hwan jump we akwa we my fault kai onu kwa na ti school dem kan means what da e de some phone ko fo we nyina gu o man enko yie o akwa we kire wade enko yie akwa we kai violent kisser BBC documentary on what violent kisser. I have somebody kiss you violently before we sani passy. Why lucky send me video no man farmer can bobo chere wo mu. Akwa why lucky. Now when people before the modi cha akwa we ya. Esa mo pro ni video mu amok unsa esa mo man punchline. We jumpo. K. Where your professor? Aputo. We say Kennedy bio man we no pe bia fa we jumpo okay where your professor akwa we where your professor my fault and sometimes I no mudi o empani say konfo boni a wata ya former konfo papa beto no ye nyini boni aye 8 years no to Ghana no or strikes what ye onya increase what we say do you know how to govern I woni mo mambuo and Ghana property what him emu no de consult bi koye violent kissing I won na no asem no akwa we hey MPP for the Jack munya aduane die no na mo ha mo support base no mo ha mo support base no enipa bi say na ese mo handle wo mo na mo bo mo power every day mo ko top airtime na mo bo mo power sa o jampo mu sa no mo silence wo mo na we mu de we wo no be ka de asem mo man feel heat say o kan na mo masom o kan masom mo man feel heat MPP for we mu de communication I don't know Mr. Jampo traditional media and kababia muteteska Jampo nkwan mu penny pa 5 mano ono nkwan kwa wi no mu handle no ta kwa Jampo wi where your professor where your professor there the professor no di nkomo hotel a restaurant was we professor nadwini ni no nim say dey see obo bampo professor kominini professor my fault kai where your professor sometimes turning some funu sao anwo ya mesim minima de akufuado de aye wom obu so mo say e de na akufuado de aye so mo ntimi nkan wo e te say obi ta asantini Ghana nimpo obi asantini asem obu san say asantini aye wo dai so mo de bibi omo de na ye omo de omo kromo ye gaga do we eno awo ebi na aye akufuado de ne te no obu san say akufuado aye ne dai won hu de akufuado de aye no wakɔsi sɛ nabusuafoɔ bɛgu pa yi amamu de obetimi aka no okasa kufoɔ de corrupt wa wi ɔman ne sika court no mabusa sɛ court dan esi wɔ no ye chi gare na ɛwɔ hɔ na sɛ kufoɔ de wi ɔman ne sika court dan esi wɔ no ye bɔ ampe na ɛwɔ hɔ ada na fa ne court ɔmo nim sɛ ɔmo ka sɛ wabɔ kro no anaso wa bia obɛka sɛ wɔn court enti ɔmo nka enti ɔmo hyehyɛ akyire ɛna ɔmo tum futuro gu nkoda no ani and na kufuado ye corrupt and na kufuado ye kromfo fa ne court it na 2025 magana ni bi accept media publications on corruption and TV o mentie omuka shatu wo say mo fie nko mo fa nipa ne court ne enyi esika na mo nya abere mo chekere no obi awi Ghana sika wo be ka ne media me nya ndai media for ye court Ghana for no sa na say mo ne omo ye o obi ba no ka say kofo na wi o man sika tell them to go to court period. Awe Professor Kominini we bunya titikuro mbede kuro na yi. Professor Kominini. Ore tie ne yankwe. Ore tie ne samfo no bi.
Ghana is not it's a multi-party democracy, and so we need a viable opposition. As it stands now, your party is not viable. Your relevance would not lie in your very failed officials' attempt to quickly offer unnecessary criticisms to an administration that is less than a week old. Suddenly you found your voice. You want to criticize. But do you know how to govern? You do not even have a clue when it comes to governance. And so on what basis are you going to be criticizing? Just keep quiet. Focus on your party that is in tatters, that is risking disintegration. Rescue the soul of the party. Rid the party of all remnants of Akufo-Addoism, and make sure that the party is restored to its tradition to become viable in some future elections. We need, Ghana is not it's a multi-party democracy, and so we need a viable opposition. As it stands now, your party is not viable, and you have to focus on how to rebuild it, how to marginalize and relegate to the background Nana Akufo-Addo and his rebels.
Right. Enti so-called Professor Atopa Kominini no. And what to abo to no and what to no enti MPP for no munim how me handle no. Yes. Eti o man no o tan na wo man no eno na me ye ka ho asem so o tan wo man na o mo tan no inferiority complex so ka ho. Right. Now, ebiani a free service passport na for diplomatic passport. Me no kasi se CI president I issue green paper say abanda da no passport or the man wo nyina obi anfamra. Ti ase ni ento aso.
Opepombo some de to sudu 9 krata man panyini John Dramani Mahama edibetu dwamu no wachire mu say essence wo pese wo hwe say sa diplomatic passports no odidi dwuma yie na fe obo Ghana man no ehu ban nti ena wode ato wo no mu a wokura sa diplomatic passports ni nyina enemu say won famra essence man panyini enam enkrata no so Edia to chief director what asoye hwe foreign affairs so enemu say wonum a wokura diplomatic passports ni na no woni wonum eni nsawoso na woma wonum eda esese wonum nyina eba asoye honom na passports nemu enkrata sim nyina no wonye nsiasie sebeya obetumi agye afiri wono mansem enkrata ni mu no wama asoye no akwakosi opepombo someda etoso aduonu nan se san hyehye no wonye ne nyina.
Right. Enti the tiane say yeah, I'm one year run say yechi gere aso yechi gere aso obi chi gere bi odan bi yechi na we news hwe aba bie ni ho a oba on issue service passport diplomatic passport cha say enkofu we mu ohun bibia on person mo de news o bibia is aye news etu odi busa say enti NDC abapa way wo mo aye omo ye dignity say all party nti ye mo diplomatic passport ana no just say I mean just we are there say you should letter na ye the code media so un say akwese be ma wo mo number on say be ma on say wonya de o mpem on o complain too much e wo ba be ma oba ho ai un say so be ma won ni total control woni fie no da bia no okasa odi nkomo wa bonten ai so why you weak won pam a wo ba fie a nkomo tententen ai sa NDC aye ase NDC ase adwuma no musuro eti ye bibia nya mo kan kire Ghana fo no mo me kan kire Ghana fo no mo me kan kire Ghana fo no Proud of again. Enye izo. Agro no say my witness get different government on. My witness almost about yes, like 5 governments on. Eti di omo ye na I say every time too much. Me bo we be catch Ghana for di enye ne dey. Is an enye ne dey. Abai be ne ba won issue diplomatic passport. Abai be ya. Any oko TikTok no so a omakofa sa akodi picture to say da bre sa afokodi ekura no President Kufuor amano diplomatic passport en wo mudi ni picture na ne ekohwe enkoda no a wo mo bra bia no a ekomani brafo no no mu di na tem an ye passport an say and I'm so wow look we eti o pesa o kasa President Mahama abai on issue diplomatic passport ana Jack, amamu onye nkura sesem o, munya botre. Amamu onye nkura sesem sa o. Edi ekura ni. Amamu be ni. Oh no. Amamu onye nkura sesem. This is serious. Edi ekura no. Say, mom, ya issue letter say they are comedian mu obi anfa ne passport omra. Baunim eboboba pa. Because Miss Makaju say NDC need their own. I know them. NDC for there. I know them. Minim di ometima. Now, yentie MPW also was yentie MPW.
For anybody to attempt to make it look as if the NDC government, the MPP government is an inhumane government. Yeah.
But I understand.
I don't even have the best of words to use for it. Mm-hmm. But it's just unconscionable to the least.
I see.
It's just unfortunate or unnecessary for anybody to think so. At the third transition meeting, mm-hmm. I am told that government fuel of about $70 million.
Right.
That was the agreed amount for a certain quantity. Corruption and we are watching keenly. And I'll prove to you why. Maybe try $70 million was the agreed amount for a certain quantity. Our transition meeting, from what I've been told. Later on, your one who's a grid coup, issue statement to be. And grid coup, per my information, was told by the NDC to make the amount $90 million.
This is a serious allegation.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes.
No,
but you see, hold on, I'll come there. But who said John Jinapo after that came to say the idea no say $100 million.
I agree.
What John Jinapo did not want?
No, me nyanti.
John Jinapo say the idea cost about $100 million.
$100 million.
Yes.
So it was agreed.
Let me find the transition
meeting. No, I'll check it. Don't worry, I'll check it for you.
Even with that
transition meeting.
Forget about the
agreement. 70 million.
Forget about that agreement. That is actually the case. But why would Gridco issue a statement say $90 million? Then John Jinapo will come and talk about the first $100 million. Two conflicting figures at the same time.
So what is the suspicion?
But I'm telling you, so I'm saying a wild allegation. But even the ones that is on record, because transition meeting the other day, I cannot provide you with any letter. Say this is what they agreed. But the agreement per my intel was that $70 million was agreed at the transition. And agreed for was caused by the NDC to say at the end $90 million. Now John Jinapo,
who's going to head the ministry? The energy
in an
ministry.
interview says at the end $100 million for the same quantity.
But you see,
but we are watching.
Echo, as on mine, we have what we call strategic stock. Say the bear BBC emergency BBC na alleging shut down. How is it that NPP administration, with all these is a mobile BEM, when to make a reserve of a HF4, and I say full one able used to power the electricity, even at boss there was nothing like that. Why? How?
Adia Bako also who say energy sector no. A very volatile sector. It's a sector and I'll tell you the truth. As we speak, unless as a nation we find different means of generation as far as the capacity is concerned, to me a managing sector. Apart from that, it's a sector that is managed, and I'll use that word. It's a management sector. Unse John Jinapo shall say, I can't say me say, work for trouble, let me buy. Now let her work for trouble. Now almost say also more say maintenance be in October.
Yeah, that's true.
And Ministry of Energy for
right.
Eti enokra say the tiare say obi ehunu wo moto enuru ba bia, but I say amanfo ye fed up with the NDC for complaints and excuses no. I think say in fact they should stop this bogus and useless excuses na ya no mo ye no. Amanfo adwa lie. Because some bogus excuses no obi no obetie. Bogus excuses a free president or no obi antie o obi no obetie. Obi antie kura yanku yanim.
Songo ye Mombali nanga Kasongo mbona wewe Songa libala oh ye Kasongo mbona wewe Mombali nanga Atalia mama yake kama naye
Katonda wamanyi Katonda waki akawumbi kembo
Kasongo ye Mombali nanga Kasongo ye.
Okay, eti Jack, my be phone line. My minty also I was here. Why? My be phone line on. I had the reason so from this year, but I am say Kasongo ni biya badan ho. Was your friends life is nowhere. Cratchy. Me the live ya to down Frebra na e chere me de Mahama. De obetimi aye why? Mr. Kasongo na waba comment section no awo cheche na. Jack, me the live ya to Fred. Jack, my minty also I you wait my phrase here 0242073114. I had the reason so your friend of this year ba. I'm be pick call na free Ghana brother. Yanku yanim. Eti my minty also I live Why Jack Fred na mintie o na tie de Mahama betimi aye na intie why kwa say mo baby amugina nsisi ade Jack complain too much I mean excuses ni too much Jack mo ntwa so na yenko yanim I Kafra, Yabi Mabila, and my young queen.
Juma would just say, I'm not one more for a war. I'm say, your mammy be well, you had to say, over 75 years. And a guy speak a cancer, a black guy speak cancer, on big Filipino, on Belpono. They made an attempt and they invaded the premises of the woman. Aburua 75 guy ran as a result of trade double bar. When Kuomu, my warning shot neck camp a connight. Nankai for boys, the two now can you put your saboka. I will prove to the whole wide world that I was born a Medra. Aburua 75. Or train double bar.
That's right.
No fire. The news guys in the us. I want to prove to the whole wild world that I was born a Medra. Even if you see, just say, Ghana phobia. When you sick, what to what that word? No, sir, intruders here, what do you have to do?
Defend yourself and protect your house.
And the thing is that when you kill, won't go heaven.
I'm saying, no, I mean, but young people about it, we won't take this nonsense.
Brother, Ghana walk on, but don't you
That's right. That's right.
And right here, I'll call our friend. I say, when you are somewhere okay, I think the major one will say, no, it is better so. Or Ghana will be near to us. I'm saying, after the will. Because a man or woman, so be the second war now, or by the time what is the second war, why they were fire.
Now, what the card and I don't quite answer, no, I don't know. Aye.
But the man will say it is better for that show our now. The conclusion is and found school I work Ghana. Can Japan take us him say with a voice a Ghana and being exposure outside.
That's right.
A country like, let me use United States for example.
I say, I'm not watching your shop. No, I'm not very smart. Go be able to avoid a movie team. That's right. That's right.
Mentally, I have mental issue. What is me? Why do you say my brother? But when I say mental issue, I different from my brother.
That's right.
Because yes, I will not tolerate that.
Never.
Because I will fire this Okujo to ride. We know they tell to Kromuna. That's it. Because I will kill all these people. And they don't say, Jama,
who? Embrano, someone the man is SKCS any panty. The only hand, no, you know, can't be.
These guys, you just kill all of them and then God will set you free. Morally, now, oh, yet more dear for because of Jimmy. These guys has to be fired. But I believe women ministers, I started reading their profile and I look at them and say, yeah, NDC. Because whom? Obi was there 5 years and now 10 years while a minister. Look at the way in terms of the way a business assessor, technology assessor, financial model assessor within the last 10 years. One of others, a former, probably, saw agriculturist, or do cocoa.
Now, the one who do guy, what do cocoa, and I just anyway.
No, MP. Anyway. So, them mining, agriculture.
What is that? So, no, I don't say I went to call harder than to them say, or the horse a critical area. Oh,
yeah, critical.
And if you didn't know how much Haruna know, was soon if you did. And I was and this one didn't come as well. The next candidates on or killing the political career. No?
Yes.
Aha.
Gonja, any that go my forward issue.
Okay.
Outstanding issue. The Mahama naturally no. On him for politics, on him muntakani Hooligans. because they are all Dagomas. So I issue no what Mahama the tenure of office first one issue ni PA my bayan to kwa mo si say nyama this time no person obey sabiu want to mean sideline ntaka dey any like this of a man minister
I hear dia
because because on our Asante region to kwa na enye kidikidi sa be haruna dey wa man minister no for no ijabisu
ano
sa dey be ya ma me fan kwahye baby a
and when who let and I'm see Haruna ya do position ya baby as I do quite dear efidie ne yaso efidie me da say you to us me da say I had a reason so but over like video no my why obetumi like video ya gram yemfa Thomas Akwaba yes sir me say me ho ya pass also ho ya
very good.
Right.
Well done today too. Well done.
Miss Medase.
Now the why you scrutiny, Papa. Why you scrutinize it?
That's right.
NDC Papa, more than it.
That's right.
In fact, you have been only one from say we sympathizer and as so you NDC MPP member. I don't know, but Sanya we see where Jumano. I don't think I have seen anyone from MPP side out me a year Jumasa. This is what I hear as MPP for Nipinum or Ghana Hono. They have a places that they will be asking all this question. Look at how you put Bawa into proper scrutiny and Ubisa questions. Wakobo Yemi Yakobo Chrono. Mema bodo do sana opesa ochre. Now the one modo do also the ene de one modo do nti ne obodo do no mum na yenka no ho asa.
Na asem we de. Asem we ye kan kuro be so. How?
Kuro be so na ye kan ho asem. Oh na MPP for no be ye were two political parties wo Ghana. Na niemidi hu ya ono say Ghana pa odishe Oman we be develop I don't think so we will develop. And NDC for no omo political practitioners here. What I share say na mimiti onko modidi na which say you will pass through 5 government.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you know NDC for no pa na.
I know them.
So I have that the same kind of NDC for no omo no. So we share one history. NDC current leadership from Lawrence and Pencil travel through today. No, what I show background. They were all political practitioners here of free college, and I said Lawrence the handpicky woman. So Lawrence the handpicky woman or do about politics. They don't have any professional rather than being in politics. They play in politics. Normally they are now they are mass wealth. Normal creative businesses. Normally are they control opposition. They survive. And this is our show. So opposition. They are very strong.
Yeah.
So the last 8 years, how they are able to manipulate Ghanaians. Omo disika use or the same media houses and celebrities, people with influence on the media, no, they are able to do that. Why? Look at where they came from and look at them today.
Yeah.
They have acquired government land.
Sure.
Prime areas, the issue of Madine. And so MPP for bar. Hey, who don't say you no cry now, say no crano. Omo koto abansa sinibia. Now only MPP suffer a lot because so-called Nkran in your media. 90% for the NDC for. So when you meet Gaf 90% NDC for. Say MPP Baba Mona say Bia, Adia NDC 4 year now, move free no. MPP for no koye be MPP for no be nya problem. Would someone who say government land na him for no correct can be. But would the one say be or ma force MPP man to turn this or ma bay. They feel say MPP party NDC party or modia. They will say to no could you talk black quanum require for sunum for $3 million to cocoto. A dime where I cry or cry my roaring boof. Yes, I will cast our story. No?
Yeah.
They amass wealth through participation in politics. And MPPs follow so free academia, lecturers, doctors, businesses, so on. Businesses. No, my son, no, my dear, about them. For a businessman, as a party in the position, I found Hopeson go back to his business, and now you're a lawyer, and I say be a academia at DB. And until NDC co-position, I dear Chia, no Masian started, so Baba Bemu, Omoko Froka. It means manipulating Ghana 4 miles and a petrol wire, and about we buy a hotchie. Into Ukrawe MPP now also
now what's in the tune of their capitalism no yeah
their conscience yeah their conscience it is a wushe ekufa do buy a wushe ayi nipa wa appoint wo bedie tuo and a ken and a hwan me da kura nipa be se 3 bi penaminim gabi ochiri ba akuya mo da akuya mo
onye government appointee wa me ya ba ni
and can you or no the bank no near no the bank near no your NDC for error the bank
na data bank is Ghana no is more than 8 years data bank yeah you man say more than 8 years
data bank na nya physical ayinko running international transaction no money ade until we are now when your percentage wo ho. And NDC had a serious problem. Omodia target abana which NDC fund they will hit ya Ghana for no society.
So the meaning of propaganda, the more you keep saying it, the more it becomes true. Yeah, that's propaganda.
They prick your conscience. Because ordinary Ghanaians in the brain now which is true on your Jumaye. Did you be a TV so join is now they are got to TV3 now they are got to also for Hania they are got to Ghana. You be Pia discuss here politics. And the NDC in it they will always play the minds of how Ghanaians think. No, but they are dada Ghana for na semprona okaya obaya typhi or that. So na niema omo ye nyina omo supporters inti na omo yes they play with their minds to make them feel happy. So omo abano omo ye bibi. What a corruption case your market can nyina. What you monitor them and I'm so much impressed with kwanya wo fa so wo ye wadwuma ti na me ye mu bi e kasesa wo ye ne say dia wo be call fa papa you don't insult the second Taylor no ye character assassination but you rather scrutinize. So I pray say wo be call so aye adwuma so that you are gaining big grounds.
That's right.
Because most of your listeners, no, you were Europe.
That's right.
Until when you are saying something, we are in agreement with you, saying you are doing the right thing.
All right.
So I haven't seen any Ghanaian our media so and also intellectual discussion. I will be a relevant question. How about somehow or Tiwa or Kika. And now you be son no or to papa so no danda no. Just to play that. But I can tell you, say, what from now to 6 months. Obon say ye ni pepia. Corruption na no mo kano. Egu fadu amamu papa no wa suffer o. Egu fadu ne dwa o ma dwa no ne nkrofo be pre dwa no say wa mo kwan ama obi anya nia. Obeye nti onu ana benwo mo kro nya kwan obeye corruption ankasa no. Bebre dwa no. Contractors say the map or microphone be break. Also go through proper bidding, no money ade. Yeah, the man near the amount. And until now, crofone be break can cry maybe be can say contract bi no esen ko mu nya no ne ade no omo anya no and the corruption tag na dia tag and MPP ni die well untimi nka so omo nyina na hwe oh maame ya mo say ni sikai or the ono ani sika be say 1 million na na da ni fee de na court akodi asem no hwesania special prosecutor esikukuru asemi na media nyina yayi na special prosecutor no person use that case no to make a case some power no so by with me I prosecute you again the koko see as I say you are still going back to mention that case na see you know wa bra some ye madre some be kwa asa kwa farmer many case na mobasian lusu a new government they are failing, you know, they will try to use the media now for now. But the honeymoon or any government be about for fraud there. Obia Reni obey. But they are more 6 months time.
That's right.
Most of what they are saying they will completely fail.
That's right.
Ombe failing and idea about so I kaya manage who any there we inquire them in support to NDC for Hopeson Adorye. Hopeson Adorye now war NDC some years back, and now free ho, and now by NPP. Oba NPP now also watch one or the saying Alliance maintain movement, and now more share that connive with NDC, and NDC about power. NDC about power no. Now party now says a woman no choir will now bear 34,000 votes no. What will say even though MPP are co-opposition no. They say who person would do who bata NDC said Debiano on the Captain Smart. Says so on the Captain Smart now said I almost Juma every day near you.
That's right.
In the unquarterly way, any way, and as I said, the party number and all yes, I near man. Now NDC for the Nipa position, the Nipa favor no because someone Omo yam shishi omo say so when ya appointment here 4 years no mu nim say nipa obeba be si Mahama na mu no so obe win na on win no the pressure be ba NDCs odia sabre ya nominate ministers no ministers need the bia no they will get away with it but DC district chief executive no na hon krono ba no you will see how their members members how with appointment.
Okay. Medase. More time. We will have more time. Yeah. Medase, Papa. Thank you. That's right. Thank you for your time too. Yeah. Okay, I had the reason. So Yemfa, Mr. Odo. Na Mr. Odo Jinasumami meba. Mami infa message you ni anto Mr. Odo Jinasumami. Proud Africa was Mahama 4x4 there. I know she. I can say the president new car we bulletproof for the nominee. President new car Proud African. Our president Bosuke na car the nominee. Sasuna Nanekia say thank you caller. You are right. I wasn't into politics, but ever since I started watching the Reason Show, I'm always hooked into it. He is the best. Keep it up. The good work yo. Nanekia mesumechi up me that's why. Jessica Dazi also I feel they will make the vice president the next candidate. Okay, let us wait to see. Posterity also going to judge all of them. Yeah, Yanko Kusiba for say, Odisheba, what do you think about the Ashanti regional minister? And Nana, a TikTok doctor, the Munyabutre, Mano. So, we become why? Kusi Munyabutre, Yedi Mwa. Nanabra, or see the name of the show is Goes With It, the Reason Show. And logically, we have a lot to say. Tieni do be at them. I mean, you ever criticize so seriously. Said to also say, well done, the Reason Show. Praise for Moses, also mark this here. This current NDC government won't last for 4 years term. I know she's Mamin Kola and some right. Mr. Odo Akwaba. Yes, sir.
That's it.
That's right.
Let me say, Idikai, Bekoranado said, now Busa say, a tie, and the pattern and I said, yes, what is it? A type Obekaya Tamwa, we did first, and this folk came from Yeti. Oh, who hear that? Okuskuna, what the benzim? Who hear the view who hear that? Beru, Ubian Hochino, Amo. No Masadiaba, Yawu Krano, on Cherry Pensam. On Cherry Pensam. She said, it can't simply be the Tunso. Now, you're here, Ubia, who hear that. Now, who would be born? You're here, Nipa, a fan and some. A Siadi, any woman, or Mutimi, and Sanjuma, or another. And I actually, Nipakua, oye. Now, Yaunua, a year Omuya, and say, UGC is an outcome, you know, great, one. On the Nipa Pankasakasa woman, a woman. And an enana, a woman.
And I know of JB Down so. But I the fort, and you're not as Cassie and your monasa, and you're the fort. No, so your day. And I didn't know. I could want to say about 1 or 2 and a political class one. And you're the fort. And me turn and you make my criticize no. But some may turn at the minute. Me, I will know, it doesn't make sense. So what tiny panel. That's right. And you know, you have to also be doing it. You know, you have to also be doing it.
What you say? It was happening, Papa, I know what you cook as well. Already, you don't know. Maybe you don't know. It is Sayon. And a slipper. Said the Bawa. I bet you okay. Now again, Busana Semna, Eddie. Hey, false position, Upebi. Oh, already. Hey, Onunqua, and now, what is it? It's Cocoa. The most
Yenima, Yenima. And you say, we are president here. We feel Bush and you crow Kazakasa. It was to be in a position. I'm running Chess also.
I'm not for Chessa. I'm running Chessam. I'm running dear Unim Adiano.
You bet me, and you didn't bore mine.
No, bet me, when you say the mom. It is a paper to say, your mamma, the my woman. No, will be, and when you dear pass, you idea which my idea says, I depend on what. And so your mamma Bunty, and you have confided only more here, would never know what. Who riding upon way?
Sana, am I any pass a be a die yet? Any pie didn't different from one say, yea, or critical thinking, it may be in them. I didn't who are dear Hunyansa.
What is it?
Margaret Cha, Medasa, Margaret, so subscribe to your channel, Medasina, Kwame, a channel. Madame, I want to thank you. I have on here to as well.
Yamibo, we are seeing also Nipa Eshasi, Nipa editor. The what? Nani fancy day.
Debbie.
Ena anoma bia enso ne libuo anya me kire ne se onye. Aboa asen odabiam. Enti nyame bo wiase ebesi ne. Fo ne ho se asen aye prebuda.
Abo abia oboni tokro no akoda, oboni dua no ada.
Oboni tokro. Say na because na dwene no entra tokro no.
Debbie.
Ena aboa opeti also prebu ayeye edura hu also ye wo no onye bida fini na nanu aye bo mu fititi sa no motie but nipa ne da tokru mu no ene etima sidan
in fact
and the lift
baby aye tisesi aye ye friend Ghana hey go coast na ada ne Ghana no wo mo si dan ye from adansefo o mo ne obo ase inside wo mo adansefo o mo ne di ka si dan e wo baby ye friend Ghana o mo ne di ka si dan e wo baby asase ye friend Ghana no so
so sa dan ko aye ka no na aye dan be.
That's right. Then a training part and a training part being say revolving.
Sir, you get it's your name and you pay. It is women in the BA. Nay, Manaya. That is the simple coin. It is a Mama, F. So, okay, no for the family.
it's in Fuso, anything. Okay, Seka, Mama so, a family, no, so, if I want
and then can they won't, and son, I'm giving you yet. I saw be or your tower, what shall Pacro, one shall because of what you son, Kunia.
And you must say, and you're a teacher of mine, and yes, I can't if I was a teacher of mine. And a corruption so, or better now, or come once a month. Hey, you best or say, Moon Petiana, Dabby, Gideon Petty,
Yam Petty, Unfanko Court, you
young Penty, or soon. You heard your mums and pap, or don't you know what you're quarter? Yeah, with this guy at channel. I'm part my 20, me one, you know,
that's right.
And I
pay Petty.
The Muyam Ati.
There be an media choker, na media for church, when I exchange Yam Petty. Me and me.
Yeah, party, Yatimida. And maybe if you could say, or very good for you're going to go be now, or call.
Vetting committee, Bisano was say what one cancer.
Was so now a political. It's young Petty. My member, I'm a no do, never for the crazy. Also, kind of same thing.
Yeah.
What do you say? No church was cash. I'm on for him. We could discuss it. Adokufo. Oh, when it was Ghana, open scanning on it. Adokufo.
Aye.
Much you know. It's young Petty, Bawa, young Petty. Yeah, problem. It's a court today.
That's right.
Court today, in this war. Popa. A special prosecutor. Would you more money for the Fontino? Popa Mumpa. Mumpa Sedukatia, a conquest special prosecutor.
That's right. Yeah, we are going to scan your person champion before you now from Cocoto. Now, you knew once I'm near Radi. And only a petty. You ever see one. Some person for your mind is Sicana. And one year pay.
Someone in Namma for fear to come
and Tom Cra, and Tom Cra. Ah.
Yeah, one more to Ghana, Japadia. What is here? Ghana, Yakuta, Kitchen Rest House, Musa, and what here for them.
Under the NDC government, NDC government, Oma, Monkobuso. Jute factory, Monkobusa, woman. Monkobusa.
And see, Sadia, you send a signal also, Yama, don't come in and send a call for. Come and come off factories, any warehouses, I'm not fire one diamond, and it's as
Cliff Ash Media, thank you, pa, for subscribe to the channel. Cliff, thank you. I also quite more okay. Even she had now high, but that's a pa. Mr. Twasmamia.
What is here? Yes, and a signal moment. Don't Kawulia send the call for. I'm not to talk by Japadia. Warehouse with their bansa says, the air Sunday, and the paper you are warehouse where I saw dying. Say, and this for actually someone Mokofa, sir, Mokoye, sir, a Sabelui, and the buyer, Motunton, a bunch of
and Proud Africa, in some country. I'm Ajma Rollins. I storage. I'm also made as a passer with your storage. Thank you. In some country, Mungo on my way away. Under the NDC government. No, I'm casting your short memory. I'm on your own.
And so I said, 800 acres of land. Not at that. It's all can know. Nina, Roll strong man. And so, what you begin to say, I advise Mashaya watching at the 50 cities every one.
Yo. A Cliff Media, we see your number, be that's your for some number now. No, I come WhatsApp, ne, Akasawai. Cliff Media, me that's a pa. I just was the first name for before.
Your boy, what you through
you.
As soon as I told you, say, Yamawa, and then papa. So, and you say, and this for some Subana Kuta woman, what you must say, Omuniatium. Yeah? Would you nipa, the Bia, I say, would the control check the Bia, I dare say, dear son, Nipa Mukunyansa. Let's say, for example, so can say, and a too early, say, criticize your bindia. Jumpo, who grow, and you won't pay a day change fancy. Now come with another Kufa do first one. Sabine Bamusua, come on, Johnny. Come on, Johnny. Mama, Kobe, PNC. And she have come with Ghana Faso. What do you hear?
But I say, okay, I had the reason so. Yemfa, okay, well, yes. Max Akwaba.
Oh, champion man.
Champion. Champion. Also, when you're champion. Champion, Miss Medas also has it. Miss Medas also has it. That's right.
When you say, before I proceed, when Mugu, when you say, guys, Bawa, or Moko 8 years in Ano, Constitution, Emma Oka say, Yimpiana as deputy minister.
Oh, sir, I also the unknown.
Yes.
Are you?
Judge Bawa, Felix of Osukache, and I think 1 year 4.
Now, is Article 71 title holders, deputy ministers. Now, so why enjoy for the last 8 years?
Yes, 8 years into Mama and in another paper.
You.
That is according to Constitution. I was
now, and tell you, when a year now, or Minomusia, we can't some bear reforms, and we some reforms wrong. The here pie as Gracia. Article 71 title holders. So only here reforms on. And so I did the woman touching it that. Woman yet.
Mama, why you stop it?
Woman yet.
Only another paper that is according to Article 71. And some false presidential staffers. And on a year, okay, presidency, near tears can be more. Omukoye Mr. Kuti Abiman and Samira Mudodia back.
I'm going to find it. Yeah.
Mama, you don't find the Emra. Oh, this one.
David, one few cry.
Yes. Oh, you know, I can't just Ghana. They succeeded in buying the Tibonkoso media Tibonkoso rented houses.
Yo.
Omuka has a womb, Omuka Monfoti, and free education. That is the reason why NDC for free education. Because all of us will be to that level. Over to me, I resign inside the show. What me to say, a Bissapanico in a line. What is there? What I said about Yansafo. And to the Salatia, young Broco will stand against it. Send a man, Nipa Brain, India, Nayaka, or what me decipher, and Papa Bonnet. Send a WI, a better than Akoso, a full woman. So, zombie, because over here is 2020, Madame your friends, Mensa. That's one where I abandon EC, I have got as well. When you saw Mama 6.2, now I follow you, I need supporters in now. Nanado 6.7, yeah, Mama. So imagine. What's the so yeah, NDC. 6.2, and also 6.7.
This is for the.
That is the reason why I full one piece. I think you about this year, go easy officer, Yawani Abano. And this one declare my you go to court like this saying. I said, look at your table. One of these days, when you're Yabo, what you for? I'm going to go to court. You be officer, Mr. Zé, look at you. Have you brought your figures? And I have brought what's I never routine about and Abano Biang. And nobody can catch them. Somebody out. I'm what yes, come. I got this is the price. I got collision. Now, down pare, me say the whole Ghana na one. Nipa 33 million. Nipa body for pa. And the team was soon. I will within down pare. So, person who was fruity, IGP, you know, can you also be a first and another? Ultimately, before I'm overspeeding. On my job, red light, I'm Copaina, which is the car, which is how do you call it? As a subway. As soon as they come, Paris, they are going to know. To assess the easy crown, which you let them observe, you cannot provide security for easy. Sani power that so I IGP. What am I coming? What is Sergeant Bawaway? What is a position? Anamama.
Position where?
I think director, I'm saying FDA say baby.
Sadi Krune friend Mutari, Nikrune Mutari, I'm saying BB, yeah.
Yes. Let me close good opposition. Oh, until just acquire some microphone. We don't know what I said. 4 less bad, 2 less good. That is NDC for you. Oh, and when you say Nanado, I brought 2022 say, I want to buy the Jama, which move be in channel. When you want to tell the ministers on one, if you also could see the DC for the ministers, managing directors, CEOs, or to be just 30%. Send a bay on the side, she can't wear them. Sama, Abua, Abano, Northern Gaya, and it's I saw up. When you are going to afford him, woman in Naba. Now, made a Bia may come and say, if you miss him, cooking, Quatica home. Young coupon, and a discount for 4 Yaba. Send a bay on bones or person who swans you. No more answer. Yes,
Prince, but they say, I'm here to so feel say, wow, I no questions of Busa just about one day. I mean, critical, or I mean, both questions, Prince, I reason. Sagano, so you are your friends, I can. And some of them are no power. What is our own talk against Ansem Muna, what you are working on? Over here is a king. Ni feature shall be the level of a Akodru, Naka traffic, that's a flyer, and a campaign another. Ayo.
Yes, 2008, verse 2016.
On I say, I Alliance for Accountable Governance, Alpha Ginana, can for that, I know only is and come on your own account.
You know, demonstrating,
Rose, I think yeah.
Teach one demonstrators. You want to take criminals.
I position now can Emmanuel Fori. I confirm say Joyce Bower's husband was Alhaji Hudu Mutari, former CEO of Food and Drugs Authority under JM 20 No, and Emmanuel, thank you. Emmanuel, thank you for the confirmation. Why, Emmanuel? Eric Akese, also thank you. Yeah, I was saying another who will appoint his enemies into high office like IGP. Dampare has. Yes, and Dampare was surprised he could afford more. And Eric Ekano.
What is about? If you say, so young contemporary would do the contemporary if you are now. Now, soon, your friends, I need a video. We are Jawayo. Yeah, Money can't show her. I China now come on some. I am the moment said, Mama Pro, to me, we are Ghana for your box site. And the value, I worth about $375 billion. On the value demand, we are $250 billion. I don't want to afford any Satan. I could put a dear pound of wire gun for.
And one wow.
The money, sir, or did your friends say, Philip buy? The money or here, sir, or see, I don't know, one woman said, I upon 3 bay amount to the doorstep of the people. The money or here, sir, are you aware why one is one factory? I beg you, Maya. I come here, I beg you, Maya. I buy you for your friends, citizens, now, I have a baby. And yet, when your first private individuals, and I be a joint in Yabia. And when another starting one, that is why 2008 years with the assumption of a year of COVID by a ship on plane to Obianco Babia, and they put in starting and your first trade in deficit. 208 years, 6 years of them. Surplus. Last year, surplus. This year, surplus. By 2024. With the exception of 2022, I think 2021, 22. And one of them say, yeah, deficit. I just say, you're near my free mine, Aquatono, export, and also say near my crab or mine. Rice, your friends, importation. When you send another one to reduce, I say more you didn't money now. Say you 100%, 49%. You produce Ghana.
Okay.
People men send you away, now be or no, confirm the old type on the dia, corruption, Mama never to us rubber. All know your swab for the say. Now, Isaiah 5:20 was the one from Papa Sabone, now from Bonessa Papa. Now, look, Mr. Omino, no, what's your home? Ostiga, someone named Mama. That's how media could be never see what I know. What is your we have been here too. I'm telling you, the other my way, you know. I want for this, or just I want for no just open a theatre. What is here? I didn't of course, whatever the caliber of ministers I have over the. What is about? I nearly worked. Lightweight. Where you from? Where your friends say? Team B. All your lights.
Where your Mahama strongest team never. Where team A never. Where the team A never know where.
This about coach be a good coach be anywhere. Or then the first team B the first or then the team B first lineup. No good coach. Or then the team B ever start a match. The Achada coming in any. We are now walking away with some. Only some way with me as some no. And yes, I'm going to you. Sikana Oria, no. When you're here, Eddie, Abani is there confiscating the assets. And you say the assets, I don't worry me. Assets, the BR no Ghana. I just said your mom or this year, Abana will be.
Okay.
That's the BR no will be there. She's over confiscated to the government. That is for your information. What you say? And because no Sikano, no, onion, the country, young confiscating the assets, we will be the woman who will be idea. I just said, what is your mom? Okay. It's a bear abide. If the government requires so or Toby, but that will be a person of talk. What is it? And you are mountain to say, abide in the South to swap, abide. Sir, that is for your information. You want your media.
Okay.
Now, maybe I call the say, opening. Ghana, Marano, and Muamre. Anything watching out here, some bedroom, your father saying, 8 years ago. Ghana, Marano, or my in such a way, sir. Uko court, high court. That's a assembly, you know, Yanako appeal. Uko appeal, Yanako Supreme Court. And there's some assembly, your friends are judge, you know, and one high court, you know, every step of the way, no, was the main here, no appeal, no Supreme, no Saba back. On you are back and forth, sir. What is it? And what your delay case now, I be through. And to the point that judge and I wasn't Korea some. Judge, you know, the assembly, the call retirement when we judge the book, I don't buy and say, this was Satia, some no from. What is that? That is on my team. That's on my team. The media for what you have in Yamianim. After Papa Saboni.
Okay, yeah, movie soon. Watch it. Mate. Now, Mama, what me or Timmy didn't throw, and you did Ghana passport, man, you are. Oh, the Cobo Airbus. Send me a year first and look on Ghana, no, 9 years. Okay. You're moving Kabi. You're moving Kabi. Okay.
So what you about World Bank I am for any American, you know. So what was them? Or Sikana, I am a player, you know. Says that Sikana Akano. Sir, almost the Mama and Crawford here. If we to entertain, but now the American company is weaker. It is Sikana, Aka I am a phone, almost the Fias Akano.
Okay.
A typical example, any 900 million
okay, Kajabi, actually, first, young finance person, why? Medase.
That is easy for you.
Medase. Young to us, my young picking escort, Medase, Masi. Okay. Young fa, Victor Sweat Mobile, but you're I want for Tinti, and of course, no way, Chiribi. My main message to us. Last baby was say, I really like your program a lot because of its education purposes. Please subscribe and share and like the channel. Okay. Last baby, no, Sasuna, Sarah Boache was say, good evening, the reason show. We'll see. I'll see the NDC women's what they are doing. Okay. Pacho Hana wala aswada wa mientiwa. Yes, sir.
Yeah, friend. Okay, I mean,
Mr. Victor, you want Victor? Teria. Aha, my entiwa wadama yitiu.
Yo.
Okay.
1979 elections, no. Na with my twaba nibia. Na unya 21 years.
Okay.
I want to twaba. 18 21 years going and I get to twaba.
1979. Okay.
Okay. 1979 elections. Only 21 and 19 twaba.
Right.
Yo. NDC ni jo Mahama nsem de bebrebe. Na le na mi na e ka sesi a wodi wiye no. Efa IMF any US government and senator aka ho asem. Say mo companies bi o Ghana e bi ho ka. O mo di abadeka. Dentua no. Say scan on beje no. E so mo case Kenya say I think 280 billion. Na the o statement of mine na was say e can for 2010. From 2000 now, if it 2022 or so, if it 2010, no, about 2016, no, amount for Philip, meaning say Mohammed's administration, no, moment, yeah. They more the second class government for buying and will be meaning say government part of the government, you know, they don't have confidence in that government.
Right.
They are claiming everything. Africa main causeway. One say NDC. Woman, Mahama Mubuano, Bugaba Muano. The phone be said Gobel's theory. Say Gobel, Hitler. Said one of his way, no. No, say, can't contum Ponqua, can't contum Ponqua, a time will come any Pandajedi. And NDC for the year. Say MPP, say per se any NDC for play with Panua. Let's see, I'm calling. You're soon about them for better now. What more would them be?
There be Obe proud.
Obe proud. Tis a say, a book with the one of my yard. A better my pa. Today said, this is the time I SMPP for. Ya apply new strategy. So, Mukul Buga, you know, Uncle Buga, yet also be an army. Now, the Mahama now can diplomatic passport. Yes, say, BB Anoma Cancer, said a year, or Monco for, and the woman BBI. Memco LGBTQ plus. Mamma was what I say, Obichem.
And Tom Crow.
Saturday, IMF, dear Hawk. Men so on to because Mamma, for all lunch book, my second coup d'etat.
On Nadam for Paya friend Andrew Solomon. And so, what the papa?
Timama, maybe, and be so first year who no or praise you as safe, say, Ben, who about no come for ban. That's how and someone praise you. You're being be a crossword yet. Say, who are or papa. Now, by catch, say. Yemi and game say and Colano, Imura values in one man. Anyone that I could for the time of much more sorry, yes, say on Simon Samura values in any Canada. May say NDC and we will be a campaign beyond. We'll say on the side down many. A 419 campaign on me. They just campaign. Say MP Force A, is a because Ghana for a B. Your back advent, you never need power, the bed, the bed. Na me sa anko foforo so December 19 no January 2020 before the COVID lockdown no ya kwaya ya ni investors go share wo go Italy nothing part Bergamo na you know go share na man ye lawyer eluzu confidence wo aban mu a omo etwa so and on back ye try be asen ke don be you ma o many and the NDC force sorry be John so the ye quiet angels, the angels of God, the angels who comes from heaven. How could you take up black home be that? Now I am say the devil in these guys. Now when make us Ghana for them, you should Bible quotation be. What's I shall from the say I rather say Yes, a college, ya won't know any answer. A yakwa fan full subi, and I say a year now for Subi, my a year now, Baba Franso. Or say there be name will send a coupon to me, but there is. And this is for Mabano, and not just a beer or Mabapa because I'm open moon. But for 1% Ghana or percent Ghana for who the difference between NDC and NPV. Now, Champion said, we are with Yanni now back to school. Now, Okotwabama, Abaya, Amoba, Abaya, Utiti Abaya, what's a night before Vinti, what's a Abaya Buama or Shop Beffilon to Manoa. Now, better if you Abaya, 1 year when the idea, a time will come look the back at for Twabano. One I best to.
Okay.
You better propaganda and only BBC. You bet where the young
okay.
You know she and the Mama kind now, or better any as I became different story. Now, you may be a soon in Kenyan say I couldn't relax it. Now, the foot I'm into a those in the diaspora and say, Ghana for some motor or one pair a year yet. Somebody I want to pay. Woman, you know, she, Docrone, Mecono, and she told no, Docrone, Sheto, and then Chinam no pay. So I because of pretty so now we will be flow, Adam for before say, Mini Abosicano.
Okay, let us say. Okay, right. But I had the reasons your own. Proud African, I mean view. I mean from come message we. Now I'm in New York. I say we need a strong man to lead the MPP party. We need to bring Honorable Kenejapo to meet lead the MPP party because he is a very strong man who can face the NDC with boot for boot. I mean, okay. Anyway, Proud African, I don't know. And but you want to when you be a mefro back why I know thing. I had the reason. So but we are new on. Subscribe to the channel. Okay, be at me. God is good. Jinasuma meba. Auntie Sherry said most of the time liars don't have memories. I like this message. Otrophobia breriya na to da omo yuro fi omo. Auntie Sherry, message manager ho pa. Most of the times liars don't have memories. God is good akwaba. Major Sumami. Pia.
You. And then education, I'm person of Demo, my minister TV. Yes, sir, Asante mine, I him out for. Say, I feel sure. Yanama, a daba could see Homa woman, and more with the 2 money. Yes, some so woman being so young grass, me put my young for him, may they show us over by us so no. Who bet me as that young movie. Nadia Tosso, Kosongo, eh?
Aye, Kasongo for no, aye.
Kasongo, on sir, Emma, Auntie Bika was a day, Omo Muchantronia, Munia Janet.
Yeah.
Now, sir, ya de idea, no, I say, me who woman must where I get aggressive, said. As woman me Ghana for ne MPP for Nontino. Yet 1% me with no missing no. Who could that to a broker? Who got it will be also? May say, may say the Ekano, or one fan can I move fee. So be a real Ghana Japadia, or Monfan and Cocotte.
Tia.
No one dear, one idea or more year. And now, Miss McCann, be said, LKT, one you know, yep. Norman Penny, Mahama, so when you know, Brand, said Bearman, said me, meaning to say the Kenya, any Uganda president in a year, a Jabetoni fee, a Jabetoni Jumum, the Jabetoni BBM, said Obana, your Suman, or agent, no buyer, or when a Jatonichino, Sani Jabeto, no see.
Medase, Miss Medase, you, right. Yemfa call away, my man, one near simple, why or see one or some way dear. Hello, of any net to say? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Aha. Boko. Right, Bacho meet you.
Let me contribute to just 2 points.
Matia, I quite you too.
Bawa Mudari and I fell in Sophos.
Aha.
I'm going to do it. No way, Mahama 8. Ubiano, your Mahama 8 piano, not a biny Janica.
Okay.
Mahama going 8 president than 8, then broke 10, 12.
Aha.
Ebium Ubika ex-Accra Regional Commander. We infinity on the ground, Emsen and Semo, Katachi Free for Bonnie, on also a with office.
Okay.
You also the Ghana Secretary Janica for the past 4 years. What is it? Okay. And so called board, so parliamentary board, select board, Abamba the Nico, and also enjoy Ghana Sika. And you see, the people complaining, no Munchiro Musao. I'm from Montunche and I'm member Captain Smart and who's Adorye. Captain Smart, no issue service passport.
Sir?
No issue service passport. Gentian or Abano Bay, you know. Who's Adorye Korea, any FNSA. And the chasing on M. So Murivoku service passport, Nifinism. What is it? And I might know me. Also, service passport, Ghana, Germany was some bilateral. I don't know, or Germany, you know. Ghana, Germany, bilateral agreements, who can service passport, you don't need a visa. You just pick your passport, get a ticket, and go.
Okay.
Because also, yeah, the rate and first no go Germany, ever cut here. The service passport mechanism. Hello, the issue, airport, what is it? You see that here, who work at simply, what is it? Because I want to say, why is it the reason why I can say, we as anti-LGBTQ to as anti-LGBTQ? Because I say, he who comes with clean hands, and who claims equity must come with clean hands. So now can say a cleaner, and then say a cleaner. Anka Hopeson Adorye was Kennedy's boy. Definitely Kennedy will speak on his behalf. What is it? When Kennedy's boy say, "Oh, full-time media, or Kennedy way," but
I say, "Oh, yeah, as or Kennedy camp, Kakra, I say, if I say one or burden a political career, yeah."
Boys now, like Abia Omuye Jumana, Abia Mafia, you are fucking on his behalf. He's not coming with clean hands. What is it?
I see.
There was one Chinese connection, that Chinese connection, and then the man will it, but he doesn't speak the truth.
Okay.
What is it? And the Zango from the new idea is not here. Oh my goodness, Hopeson Adorye, they don't know all champions are possible. Now, sweet NDC for no mind of. So they won't come back, they won't come at him.
And to operate in the Tiakoshe. Now, what's to blame with the accord position as well? Okay.
And only issue like,
are you?
Get this idea with what is it? And a captain is a service passport with Uncle Baby Oba, the issue, one of the diplomatic passport and service passport, the films. And you'll be a grand use bank of one. Apart from MPs, you know, apart from MPs, MP also, what time you hand it over, you don't take it home. One of the definition, Minister Ben or you just go for the diplomatic passport. And will be a waiting minister, be I even go with that ordinary passport or do airport that they himself he was once a minister, or do embassy be himself he was once a minister, every man visa. Daniel Mugana, almost to me, Jumana, almost Papan country, himself, man, they don't beat my. Because already they are feeling to oh my God, what is it? You one in your
another.
What you say, Wahano? Say, you're so in party no my now, Mount Baby, you Motomba Betris comedy party.
That's another.
Oma Betre, say at a most time, Omunum T 40 million, and think 40 million. In the way, there some budget never bunch, to come spend it.
Okay. Okay, me that say no points. I never fill out their money. Me that say why? Right.
And then NDC for whom Hopeson Adorye say we angel. Nipa boni ni nipa tanta nipa phone sa. What am I say? And NDC for the so chair. Yeah. Jumano about 12 years ago. When was Hopeson Adorye? Edi Mahama ne yira temu from Nancy akopem so. 6 months okọ join afra franto ani empe no yi na di because of okọ worry here. No adwuma protocol worry it's alleged be be woman ti. Any pam no worry ya that ne phone dey ne pam no. And now most of Hopeson na mo gine say we join na ma me airport. Ade nipa ni NDC wo be go gina port. Akwa we di jomama na yiri nyina atem. Adi o matem 6 months. Wako ka frafranto gu. Usunu ubanti. Enu ti enne wo so ya wani abre se afa ni ababa. Wo maami ababa na papa ba na ba. Wo maami ana papa ba.
Okay, I had the reason so I know there. I said the NDC radio station edwa Hopeson Adorye na ne de. Wo mo se da bi yen no party nim. Yen kwa homa na so. Nana na to say. Aha. No. Na bra. Na. Ai. Pia. Aha. Aha. I ma hu say cultural difference. Omo de omo fa ni pan show much. Omo de show omo ni omo de sen omo ni. Aha. Oh, really? I'm telling you. Aha. Aha. Anyway, Ghana for na multi abroche nya mum yentra petition na president san just 1 year yenye pilot on oba bia ba wu bia fa babo wanim na ye anti Patricia what you am jiri sa woni Anote. Okay.
Na mo benya so because the mo pen na mo saka no. E je so bia wa over the ba ense go for the
me da say obi antie ni ye ya te ase nana bra no nana bra pia o Spanky say mami ka Spanky message ni ento aso okay I nana ba gina so mame yen ka Spanky message no and I'm in New York so munyina muti ase say wo a Ghana for fan kora ni show mani wa ho right okay Spanky was in place was am like video no Sasuna anti-Sherry was yes. For about show and say kangaroo, anti-Sherry so no. I went New York say yes. And the way the media talks about it when Nanado was in power, they don't do it the same as when Mahama came to power. Spanky said, please. Also, I like your show and your voice. Thank you too much. Thank you so much. Yeah, keep it up. Spanky, miss me feel so why? Yes, I say Kasongo for no dear, please. Yes, pro on hidi mai you Proud Africa was 100%. Now young call line some round and another say said yeah before no yeah why dear my shit you know say ono hu said akoso e effect anyway mami ntie wa no comment section nana ba akwa
me go so mini ana ba cho ti say
yeah boko wa ha say my ntie o so adwen kire
ayo e da say nyami shraw
sure
Onzana o kan bibi fa achemfo no ne ayi wona proto achemfo bia o ma heda dia pra achemfo nyina o muji on na de on de me kan ya na ye me ya ne se akafo no o matena ho ama sankrofo ya set program dia to akafo ne ntem nti se obi ya bunni oni ni asanchini nka obi asanchini wani ni ya wi nka na frisa NDC fu ya na criticize de na beto akanfu mu ano mo din titiye abewura akanfu mu so just na one thing say ye nya ka akan na nkasa kora na ni tiesie ni na ni nyina ba besi asantefo so NDC ono wote bia emfantimam anase bunumam ni e kan fo asem anadwene en za asantefo ni di o matem to no wonye de be won fa ho tanya ma we na akoso re achemfo eyenkrofo bia we na anu akoya wo se wo ye wo de na yatu na kwase ya wo akofa abebe bia si na pampamu a wote ho a wodidi akufu ado atem ne ba umia ne ne yira temu ta kwaro na wonya achemuni
yes so achema su mo ba bi na o she
wo na wo ya achemuni but enam say akufu ado ne nkrofo bi na ye di wo matem no ye ka fra achemfo nyina no kra no nam se wo party ni mu nti no emfa no ho tete meti mi kra na achem no mu wo mfa ni nyina nte wo ne achem no gu kra na ni party NDC no ba pa wa kra wo pe ni nyina nte sa nkrofo we ni ye nkrofo a wo mu nhye da nya Ghana fo bi ene wo mu di ye Ghana fo no wo mu di problem bi abatoto ye ntem ene ye aye twitwa ye ho nsekai asiedu nkati ababo we si a ayifa wai na sa gebra asiedu wo ni ba bia ne ma mi firi bontuku na bontuku e waye
as a Côte d'Ivoire side over be on
ayo Côte d'Ivoire ne ma mi bontuku ni asiedu nkati ni ana dia asiedu na odi asiedu nkati ji one na ye mayor of sa bontuku ho asiedu nkati ma mi wuye na ne card operate ye wunya bi we we media
and you very but anyway once the mama no credit say Jamai and they Jamai they adani sumane dodo na no free Burkina Côte d'Ivoire ho and they baby e from Côte d'Ivoire yeah once yeah sample for no dodo no ane sumafo no ne sa se kwafo dodo na ane free
obewura Ghana mu ko school ani ade ade ntino obekira ade wo Ghana mu num ne ene be bintu ono de wono no be bo ono ne bra wo Ghana mu but na sidi o na wo ni ntino wo mu free bontu kukuru mu so tiase but yet mitna ho ni amasa nkrofo we di problem aba betoto yen no na nkasa na o say o mane ye dia no no wo mu di problem betoto ye ntem na nne no bo hu ye nkasa no na ye ni ye hunku na wo mu so de nam so aye de be ageni
So just here. No bit is now obit is there. O kujeta blocker. But you free tea na ma we MP who kujeta blocker. But you free tea and ma we MP. Because all free baby I me try any baby be free. Who na who kujeta blocker. Opo usko akokra no. MP ka akra nka wunya nhoro. So just here. I don't know na almost say MPP for no emfa nipa bia almost betimi one thing is say baby MPP for no e win abanom ne ade no intellectuals nete ho. The way and Crawford woman near beer woman go school woman you nyansa. So just here, and you know, a hono who stand the bar. Would you mean I know now near Macron in Nipa into Hono? Was young free mumma may MP. But you were NDC for MPC who go parliamentary. Have you free? Who needs uncle a seminal crown or crown of Womunya Debe or Montuabamo? So just here. And you know, I don't think you know, Mamma MPP for no, as a woman, no for me, woman, because what your case in this school, walk on in Jaka, and so there, Nanankaya Kapana, and can also democracy. I wouldn't be a war now, they back wow mine. But we are one of the Omba, young Catron to be so, young will be animasi, young say will be at the end of your throw, you know, Juanaka, and back down on the credit, and one more to do all. Sulemo I want bawa munteli. What you are interview occurring na renzama okeka. Ye kan obi a wose ni nuanum begu amamuma eye your mama. Akufadu na ni nuanum se na wo amamu mu. Gabi o cheda ko wodu no any position bia wo MPP. So just say no any position bia. We say I acquire na wo bank ya Akufadu ni anu ye na finance minister.
Oforiata.
Sika dadaw. Abie ni bank dada wo san ya MPP ni anu finance party ni fretete. Eye ni wo fanom party ade wo mo no so. And this one number no about finance minister. One do mama has akoya na Akufadu denies your mama denies na secretary DND no. And maybe Captain Smart interview na Captain Smart or Monday from Korebra. Sa kwano your mama a year can no be anim no. Obi office man no. Wa na obusan office ni dia was say I na office of the na president brother.
Okay.
I know deputy Benny and some person as here. Near do a bicycle the Trianico, Sa Aqua and then woman secretary, you know. So just here, Muntali Bawa, Mukunum Bedigi position. Your mama Ninia Bakwan, Genan and I and the young way so made me. The whole gun and Yenina, Sakwan and Nika. Gun will now won't get us mobia. And I was doing your Bakwan or Britain or my name could be a Sakwan, you could get him a. What do you grow for the Shisha Pia? Wow, Ibrahim. Ibrahim contract a Cassia or Ghana near the idea of saying my Bay Biano near Jama Ibrahim. Not your war Fanoqua, and Yahudu Miano from or mine Japa dear five. And Timoya Gancro for mother ball, my cronua, Monoman Muncro will be contribute to war or mine Mutana, a Yamu and DC for. I come for young Crofoa, JB Danqua Nana West Africa, and JB Danqua at the board, the doctor degree first. Kwame Nkrumah na ye for Kwame Nkrumah ya probe ye ebe said na JB Dankwa niema enka JB Dankwa ne na busia for atem for ekra mo fa so kra Ghana fa so nya independence kra no enka des ankrofo we no zenka ye celebrate omo and Kwame Nkrumah said that for ankrofo am ye change Ghana history e wo school so mni ada wo abeka JB Dankwa sanya ba ba chiwo kun and Kwame Nkrumah de sa di kodamu na JB Dankwa ene na nkrofo and can one Kwame Nkrumah mistake Kwame Nkrumah ye ni wiase kese ba ko mi nya kan da se o ko fa before be fra Ghana for problem na you won nyina frisa ya before
abutre wo nya wo nya abutre ebi mu ne ma say ye wo igwefo a me they are doing their best on enye ho nyina say de I mean so omo nya Ghana kra ke ye nyina ya Africans ye nyina na ya Africans on aha
Ghana woman ba Ghana
so Jamuni at the Adeno. Ghana first, and I come from Guyana and I'm first. One Moka school, Guyana, business in Humanity at the Adena, I come from whom. One and I'm Boyanuma, teachers in the police in Nomania, woman and a dozen. And so one of no Mudin Samfun, Kua Cassiania, the young Kumipanya, and yet Uncle Boy at the Bagana, young crab to the before I had to take Corona.
I just hear say. I just hear say. Me that's first year ya. I know day. Man hiti. You're here, meba.
Kasongo ye. Mombali nanga. Kasongo mbona wewe. Songa libara. Oh yeah. Kasongo mbona wewe. Mbona wewe. Mombali nanga Atari ya mama yake kama naye. Friday. Kasongo yeah.
The moment John Mahama formed that committee, reduces his mark as a democratic leader. Why? Why? Because what is it? He was asked, does this committee has a legal backing? He was asked. He said no. For instance, as you sit here, if I also say, well, I'm getting information, and so I've got a small some individuals and walk into your house that get out, the property you own belongs to the state. How will you feel?
Okay, I know I see. Mami Kola no sumra. Nicholas Akwawa.
This is where that's it. No. Mtiasi wumpa. Every problem here, MPP here. MPP for war agenda no. Or transform to the stand there. Among fooling, but the propaganda no. Ghana full on no ya no meet Ghana for who ya. Then when you mad often you break a cry development cry. More I'll get to foot to when you should education, this out the danger. Or the danger, education, the danger. In the stems, education, or this bar. Now I'm gonna from about us and poor pet. Open Kadokuma, no back. See, all the age I'm on, but this is a man as my episode, and shadow, that the address make my own. It was
okay. Okay. That's it. Right. Okay, I had a reason so. Okay, whatever course in this year. Eti adia tieni nothing. Lawyer we dey what judge say when Mahama crop ebo no dey ntie.
How will you feel? The moment John Mahama formed that committee, reduces his mark as a democratic leader. Why? Why? Because what is it? He was asked, does this committee has a legal backing? He was asked. He said no. For instance, as you sit here, if I also say, well, I'm getting information, and so I've got a small some individuals and walk into your house that get out, the property you own belongs to the state. How will you feel? How will you feel? If you believe that the land commission, or if you believe that somebody has looted, taken over state property, there are legally appropriate bodies who are mandated.
Class 91.3 FM.
In any case, once John Mahama say that, look, this committee has no legal backing, and anything that has no legal backing has no legal backing. This has no legal backing. Do they have prosecutorial powers? No. Can they prosecute? No. So they are working from house to house.
They are collecting data.
It is never a data. It's not a data. So you walk into my house that's rich and says that, look, the property you own belongs to the state. As I sit here, Ghana lands. It is not today that politicians interfere in Ghana lands. Go and check the PNDC. check Jerry Rollins, check NDC 1 under Jerry Rollins, check NDC 2 under Puff Mix, and check NDC 3 under Mahama's fair term. And you see a list of ministers, government appointees, who have taken Ghanaians free of charge. Some should call and say that I'm lying, and I'll mention names.
Right. So, you see, he who throws a ball to the wall comes back to hit you. No credit said, Otto Bobos not as well as Sababo. A legal practitioner, or a private legal practitioner, Quitty, were realized serious. Nina be a sancro for a 9 week, a Jumaya no more, sancro for we.
Tongo, ye, Mombari Nanga, Kasongo, Manawe, Songari Bala, oh, ye, Kasongo, Monawe, Monawe, Mombari Nanga, Atalia mama yake kama naye. Friday. Kasongo ye. Mombali nanga. Kasongo ye. Mombali nanga. Kasongo mbona wewe. Songa libala. Oh ye.
Okay, I was at go forward, or wash a month for before power, or more month for July. But I was money by me and say, oh, some catch them.
Urging this house to accept the nomination of Mr. Peter Alajite as the Speaker of the Third Parliament of the Fourth Republic.
Where ye? Parliament Mugabe. I'm ready than you. Abambabi, no, proud African. Is he your dad? Yes, time changes. Wow. Where ye Ghana Parliament Mugabe. Back in the days. Yeah, what the interior.
Mr. Chairman, in doing so, however, I will want to register the displeasure of the minority side on how this issue has been handled. Mr. Chairman, it is the practice that the other side of the House is usually consulted long before the name of the person proposed to be a speaker is brought up for the consideration of the House. Unfortunately, in this instance, I was just informed this morning that informed this morning that the other side of the House intends to propose Mr. Peter Alajite as a speaker. Mr. Speaker, we think that this is not good enough. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, I know Mr. Peter Alajite very well. I know him as a loyal disciple of the New Patriotic Party. In fact, the embodiment of the New Patriotic Party. Mr. Speaker, we have great doubts as to whether Mr. Peter Alajite is well disposed enough to handle the high office of speakership in this parliament.
Back in the days, early as 2000 nana Akufo-Addo na wo hai nana Akufo-Addo Adokofo Felix Ofosu Felix we Felix Mirafini de Felix bibi ena Frempong Boateng em say Frempong Boateng so ni ena nana do so na hye ha no ena Kofo nua no Adokofo so ni emre dane time changes wow it will cause us abe who can da pass na hye ha no ena we titifo Mirafi bi mpanifo no mo kai wo no emre dane pa o emre dane Hackman so na hye we Hackman won wanyini pa Hackman no usu adwuman yes ena hye ha sei no aha nti that time no Parliament Mugabe early 2000 Mugabe no yes emre dane say we kama sankofa yenchi kola we mamemfa na wa fresa hello
you're raising
yes sir
I don't want your direction
yeah we live na ka we yeah the course next about sankofa yenchi ntina me pick our last caller no ye mamenti o Mate, yo, any me pepo na maka yakasa me da say yo, me da say. Mate. Me da say, Mate ya, yo, okay. Right, okay, nti ye the course next. Nti now we memories and your old politicians are your home Ghana no. I mean, time changes. And before you born you say time changes. Nti Abans Mani Babin, Kalio Nandoli MP, well tenas one Mugabe no.
Mr. Chairman, these are very genuine fears. We have great doubt, but in the spirit of reconciliation. And Mr. Chairman, being the protagonist of true democracy and reconciliation in this country, we, however, decided to second the motion, but to signal him that his stay in this house as a speaker depends greatly on how he conducts.
Okay, so we Papa was share we know Ibi Chambers, they say we are envoy to the United Nations, Ibi Chambers Sunni. Yeah. And I mean, me try say me look at him phone bebre Ghana and Kokrafon Wumpa. South Africa, you see your people. That's right. Monica was here. I say thank you, my brother. Monica Mitchell, Eric Akese was it das Hackman, Kojo Barre do Apreku Nanado and Abdul Kufuor and Osofo Mafo. Okay, thank you. Okay, Asempa. That was early 2000 Parliament, no. Okay, maybe you call out with me. Hello, Obobeki, Odobeki. Me who you pronounce where?
Yes, I didn't be a little on the Cavado Bachelor, but to be able to.
I said, can I know anymore? Anna? Yes, of my for her. Coffee preku, coffee credua preku. I don't know, friend. Coffee. Preku, coffee credua preku. Baby, accommodate to mind to no, accommodate to mind to no. Ampa. Adokufo se na wa ha no. Okay. Papa uso ankoma na se one se tuntum no. Ampa se so na ambassador to United States and odina dwuma ba na wi. Hakma so na tie kira ha no. Ana hakma ni. Yeah. When pa nkokrafo we nyina awoka wo ena yi nkokrafo ni bi wo mpa wo ye Ghana politicians we mu de sisi ya no mutan waso ana emsa pa akwasi ndiom so ni we no emsa pa akwasi ndiom so ni ena kanda pa ni ampa ana make say o ma we should be already emsa Dominic phobia anya Dominic phobia obi kura kire emsa Dominic phobia Prada Africa say yeah, and Ifadate, Captain Krabia Ifadate. One so You any medase pa. Idea what you chere no correct. Aye. I didn't hear obo beki on. Obo kwa obo this year no obo beki. Pia mami. Oh, aye. Say me ya na me say me fa kane nsem no bi mra na ye di namu a enti da bi a me drop it tie ni ahwe mate but na the politics I fun no and politics na ye ne de adane pa kane na anohye and I is cafe say the yakoma ni di akire ne and just say bia ne bia no me kai 2020 Nanya enya tamis na we mami ama benwado nyo na tie ama benwado asa ama benwado bisa no se no pa o do she lazy enyo no ti we enkrabia fa de tere she we do ne say suma no she fita no ai captain wona shai captain. Captain. Match ready ani. Match ready ani. Ebi am ready ani o. Demonstration e kwa me ko bi. Okay. 2000. The demonstration samre na e ko run off. But o sha bamba bia nim dia o ti se no we brefo bo hwe nanim pa o ti se we say as a Jamaican rebel bi pa abamba bi o ti Jamaican rebel bi pa na in me se nyam no me ai price mo so mo ye politician anode o ma bre akomko atuntwa si e Ghana na e be ka no kwa me nua be ma anka ai John Melo kan se so timi ko MP obi a no ai 20 ai Yakofa V8 nya oni fie Ghana de make cho play se de akoma di Ghana chi aho ebe no madrewu because no kura kan di Ghana biem samehwe sa ba we ya tu ya pa ne ya to e bra ya color TV akoto black and white be men asabo be pa ne mama kan anodin medase yentu asechina medase why medase yo ai odo medase pa you bye bye right and I mean that was our political landscape your memories. I mean time changes in politics and a lot of unkofo dodo na antiase de nenso so still Ghana is moving and if we be near Drew baby if we be in a Drew baby I mean young I was my name when I was on now. I mean, you fancy I say you better also another time. Hide the reason so. But the BBS I mean Salome se kasengo yi. Nana bra, thank you. Proud African, thank you. Osono wa fe no afre on enya hwe mame fa. Sanko fa yinchi. Mame fa osono ba ni. Osono ba. Yes sir. Last caller. That's right. Me from my Medase. Some lady, the member can and one, many are my baba can. Right. Okay. Mr. Medase. You. Okay. Okay. Bye. Okay. I mean, that was it. I also ya nipitri. Ya bombia. Ya fancy ya. Na me na musumasi ya more time. Wa mujina so. Ye di Ghana Hong Kong. Politics no more. You know. As I said, you're very critical. And somebody agree with the agro. It doesn't matter the party in power. Anyway, the entire me sympathize with the MPP and say, I mean, if we are saying the policies and programs and you bukata, there be a term. The time is coming now. Nipa kura are interested to go to parliament because a lot of things we will do on our phones and we need systems a bit the young people know better than the fee know what they phone. I mean yakechi Africans yakechi on we need inkofo abema yenya sa adwen no Minister of Technology and Innovation they important they crucial so na nipa no nya adwen say ye mankofo ebedwen and so critically so critical thinking so but the Kobane say asofo dominating seven paibo a ye mfa nchichiri kuro ontina kan na maye critical asofo no so no wo mo kan obi na ye nya nipa a wo mo ye fear the more na ye fear ye ko nkodo mo ye fear no fear wo mo no we can't do anything on ti de wo waduru no wo ye pani enkasa ye nhwe oso so ofiza we hu wo mu a men press o manye se de wa ye because o future no cannot represent the future ne wo ye ni mu no so ye panfo no bebre no wo life no entimi enya de be ye adwuma o de ebre eba no nti esese mo polish ni pa na mo kire mo se da achi se ne be ye to wontimi predict the be future ma wo generation ayo problem tina brofo no be di eso saa wo voter chief we ene se o manya mi no on so mo so say president emfa o mo nkrofo enye dey mo position okay Mahama se so afa mi no akwame agbodapi ye kwame abuja ena gamashi se o manya tu ye ko anim and the voter chiefs on no more cry so say Mr President hwe say obefo mo nkrofo ndi say o manya mi no wa ha say kwame abuja ena mi no mo hemfimfin ena gamashi transport ministry ena creative art into voters na nana no monya mi no ntimunya abotre dodo no beba why nana no munya abotre dodo no beba ai munya abotre right so yeah fancy mama na obi ase hide the reason from what they say by beto us me that's why yeah I'm here say reflect thank you Afia Kubi thank you for Afia Kubi yeah. And Prince Moses, thank you. Prince, thank you for your time. Madam Wina Wasi, Yantua Sochana, energy no harm about why. Medas ya no like no share mammy why. Now I drop all comments. With my frafu for say I'm running reason together. I mean, different style of politics, yeah. Medo Bibi Asi, you ever to us another day.